This has been our smoothest start so far.
This is take 3 or 4,
Yeah,
depending on how many
splits there were.
how many times George mashed his left click.
Yeah.
Splice all the failed intros in.
Well, I think he wasn't recording for some of them because he knew they were bad.
Yeah. I think I only recorded 2 so far, so this is take.
He's waiting for us to burn out.
Yeah.
Which we did.
Yeah.
And now we're here.
Now we're all PC and nice boys.
How are we supposed to start a podcast if we're not allowed to mention?
Stop!
Certain
It's
words.
not. You can't start over again.
Yeah. We're gonna be
Not
here
again.
all night.
It's simply not possible.
Yeah.
Just wait. He'll give the sign, then you can scream whatever you want. Well,
Yeah.
not whatever you want.
Yeah, there's still some words that you should probably avoid. Like stuff that are not allowed.
So anyway,
in general.
how was your
conversation.
week, George?
It was really bad because I kept saying the I was gonna say it, the slur.
RJ, how was
slurs.
your week?
It was great because I kept saying slurs.
Yeah, there's basically a direct correlation with how good my week was with how many slurs that I said.
In other news, I'm thinking of starting a podcast.
Without me.
I'm looking for 2 other hosts. If you guys are interested, just leave some comments down below.
You get auditions and it's just me and RJ show up with a mustache. And big
I mean, are
glasses
you-
One mustache?
between us?
Yeah, you share it.
Yeah. We're making
It's
out
like
the
just
whole
taped
time.
both your cheeks.
Yeah.
It's like a 10-foot wide mustache.
Yeah. We can possibly be the same people. We have a giant mustache.
It'd be great if you had the mustache going off the edge of your screen, and then it just comes in on the other on the other side of RJ's face, from his right and your left.
I'm indicating that it's been 2 minutes.
Oh, wonderful!
Cool. That's the motherfucking swear word
Great.
sign, boys.
Fuck,
Shit,
fuck.
piss.
Not kidding about the leaving a comment if you're looking to be a host on the podcast.
I feel like that's all this rule does. It just makes people more likely to curse after the window is passed, right?
Well,
As
blame
soon as
YouTube.
the window is passed.
Blame YouTube.
This is YouTube's fault, really.
Yeah.
Really.
Thanks a lot, whoever replaced Susan. Yeah, butt munch.
Yeah.
No one likes a butt munch.
My week's been okay. Except for I lost my earbuds.
Oh,
what happened?
I was cleaning
Mhm.
at work, and the earbuds my case fell out of my pocket, and my earbuds must have popped out of the case, and I did not check to see if they had. I just put the case back in my pocket, and I continued sweeping.
Ah.
So they got tossed, probably.
Yeah.
That's unlucky.
Buried under like pounds of dust.
That's what.
I like that day, because there's supposed to be some big wigs coming over or something, so they're
Mhm.
having us really clean the whole place down, and they had me dust off this piece of equipment that hasn't gotten dusted off in years, so there's inches of plastic dust
Mm,
Is that
on these
safe?
things.
probably not.
I don't know. Probably not.
Do you have a face mask
I
or
was
something?
wearing a face mask when I did it.
Nice.
It's probably for the best.
Sorry, but this is kind of what you deserve for wanting to go to space.
Huh?
How is this related to? Nobody deserves to sweep their own headphones into the garbage. That would kill me inside.
except for space travelers.
Yeah.
Well, he's not.
Wannabe space travelers.
He's
Actual
not yet.
space
So
travelers
he
are
doesn't
fine.
deserve it.
They're
Yeah.
fine. It's just the wannabes that I take issue with.
Right.
No, yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, I guess. Not really. No, I can't stop the bit. It's impossible.
My earbuds were not working, and now they are, but I have no
Cool.
idea if they're gonna just suddenly stop working again. It was like that thing where one of them just straight up died for no reason.
I feel like
But I think it had to do with it just wasn't charging or something. I don't know if that's happened to you guys. Where
Yeah, I've had it happen, and it starts working again for literally no reason.
yeah,
I feel like you guys use. I guess because I'm like an online student right now, so I'm like literally always at my desk in in a lot of my free time, and then when I'm doing my work, I'm at my desk, so I have these on. I like never use my earbuds anymore. And when I'm working out, I work out on my desk and use these. So
I found out that they don't make my earbuds anymore. So
the ones you suggested for Ryobi?
yeah. So I bought a refurbished pair, and we'll see how that goes.
Oh,
have they not arrived yet?
Huh?
Have they not arrived?
They have not arrived.
I see.
They won't arrive probably till Saturday.
Well, here's hoping they
At
work
The
out.
earliest.
Well, stay tuned.
Yeah, here's hoping they'll work out.
Yeah.
Speaking of purchases that hope they work out, I told you guys I bought a bike a while back.
Yeah.
And by a while back, I mean like fairly recently.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely loving it. It's
Yeah,
so
bikes are
nice.
fucking sick.
It's
I love
the
bike
best.
riding. Yeah.
I've never really lived in like an area that was like growing up, I like had a bike, I guess, but like my area wasn't really like bikeable. I could like bike kind of in our neighborhood, but like houses are pretty spread out still. But then like if I wanted to like go anywhere, I'd have to go on like a major road where people are going like
I
50 and there's no shoulder.
Yeah.
I hate that. Like it's also like it's like just in the city I live in, they've put up things to stop people from riding their bikes downtown. It's like why?
Like on sidewalks or
Yeah, on sidewalks.
oh, okay. I
Oh,
think just
that's
like
probably-
like why? Why would they do that?
That's probably because they want people to ride them in the street. Because
Yeah.
Stupid.
it's technically safer, I believe.
I don't
In
think
this-
no.
I used to think like you that it makes more sense for them to be on the sidewalk, but I think it's actually safer because the biggest likelihood that you'll get into an accident is at an intersection, and if you're biking on the sidewalk through like an intersection, then you're going at a much like multiple times faster than a regular pedestrian on the intersection. But if you're in the cars with the streets, then like even though you're going slower, like it's less of a drastic like it can be less shocking, like because they can just come out of nowhere through the sidewalk. But if they're in the middle of the street, everyone
35 is gonna hit me harder than I'm going to
no,
hit
but
a person.
that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. You're more likely to get hit by a car when you're on the sidewalk as a bike, because you're most likely to get hit at an intersection, and you'll come out of nowhere if you're on the sidewalk going through an intersection.
Yeah,
you need
to be part of
when you're
traffic
in
so
the
you can like
street.
follow like the flow of like cars and shit.
Because I used to think like you, but then I saw a video or something about it.
Crosswalks.
Yeah, but like, so the crosswalk is white and someone's turning right, or like someone's running a red light. They don't see you, they hit you. Like you're more likely
if you're
to get
next
hit
to
on
them,
the
like
I saw
you're
like
a foot away from them, like on
but
the
it is actually safer
on the
to be in the
road.
street. Except unless there's always like exceptions to any rule, but like as a general rule of thumb, it is safer to be in the street on a bike.
And to kind of back up George's point with a different point that I've discovered, sidewalks, like some roads are like pretty shittily maintained, but like sidewalks are that and worse.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, like there'll be like
they're not
huge
meant
lips
to be
out of nowhere on sidewalks.
Yeah,
and
you're
shit
not
like
meant to be going on you're not meant to be on a bike going. You can't go as fast as you can on a street as you can on a sidewalk. That's the other main thing.
Yeah.
If you like just like if you hit like a tree root or like a lip, you're donezo.
Yeah, you can flip over and land on your neck. Like
yeah, if you suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is kind of a
lot of
thing.
people suck.
That's what I was gonna bring up when I mentioned my
that's why I'd like
not
to
really
spend less time on the road.
Yeah. Like when I was talking about not living in like a bikeable area, really, like I realized that I'm not that good at bikes. Like I'm like watching like kids zoom by and they're like fucking no hands on the handlebars. I'm like, I'm too nervous to do that. I have to have like at least both on like 99% of the time, and then sometimes I'll like take one hand off to like adjust my helmet or something like that.
Well,
but like
you're progressively.
never got used to it.
You're progressively getting less physically capable every year.
Yeah, thanks, bud.
Like unless
That
you
makes me feel
do
good.
training.
Yeah.
I mean, just not like physical. It's not like
is naturally getting
No, it's-
more physically capable.
it's not an
Yeah.
age. It's not an
time goes
I'm old
on.
thing. It's that
And
I
they also
even-
learn quicker.
I have biked less despite having lived on this earth longer than these
Yeah.
kids have. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I cannot. I also cannot ride without handlebars anymore. I used to be able to when I was younger.
Well, now you
but
have
not
fear.
anymore.
Oh yeah.
Now you have
the
a developed
that's part
risk
of it.
reward
Yeah.
brain
It's part of it.
area.
Yeah. And oh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the thing about like we said like a lot of people are stupid. Like there's a comedian, I can't remember what comedian said this, but like there was a comedian quote that sort of
It
touches
was
on
you.
that.
You're the comedian.
Yeah, I'm the hilarious comedian. I'm quoting myself. No. It was like think of an average guy at your work and think about how stupid he is. He's the average. So half the people are stupider than that guy. And that's kind of like how you have to think about how
That's a
stupid.
George Carlin bit, right?
Yeah, it might be George Carlin. Yeah. So it's like that's how stupid a lot of people are.
To be fair, when you picture the average guy at work, you're probably picturing a sub-average person.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's part of the joke.
I don't.
It depends where
Depends
you
on
work.
the environment.
Because
If you fucking work at like
it depends on the environment.
if you work
Yeah.
at like a
I think
physics lab or something or a
Yeah.
hospital,
a NASA engineer,
maybe not a hospital, but like no, I'd still say a hospital on
I
average.
think most people, if you ask most people to like picture the average like coworker, they're going to picture like a sub-average coworker.
Yeah, like even in their business.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's true.
like
That could be true. I could definitely see that. I'm trying
Yeah.
to think at like previous jobs who I would picture as the average person, and are they less than average? I don't know. Maybe they are. But I worked at like minimum wage jobs, so I feel like that also skews it. Like I worked at like McDonald's, so it's like no shade to anyone working at McDonald's, but I don't know. It's not the same as people working in a physics lab, like Ryobi was talking about.
most people at McDonald's don't really give a shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because why would they?
Yeah,
It's
they're not getting
like-
paid enough to give a shit.
Yeah, they're not getting paid enough to give a shit. They're
Yeah.
like,
I I feel like a lot of people in academia also aren't getting paid enough, but they care very much. So it's kind of the same. It's the same
Yeah,
end
but-
of one spectrum and the opposite end of another.
I feel like, well, academia in the sense of
academia,
like a
like-
physics lab, like I feel like universities professors get paid a lot better.
Professors.
Well, even just
Yeah.
university staff in general get paid a lot better than say like someone working in an elementary school or a high
Yes.
school. So it's all relative. Everything's relative. I
Yeah.
don't know.
also like, you know, they dedicated a bunch of time to pursuing X and like
Yeah, they're doing it because they
not
like
just
it.
doing
Yeah.
it because that they've already gone through the filter. There's
Mm.
nobody there's no filter to working at McDonald's.
Yeah, it's literally it's almost like the opposite of a filter. It's a vacuum. They're sucking up anything they can get.
Yeah.
Vacuum.
But anyway, what's happening with the Titanic? I've only seen headlines, so
Nothing's happening with the Titanic, but things are happening around the
I've almost
Titanic.
exclusively seen memes.
yeah, I've seen like
And
thumbnails to videos that I haven't clicked on.
Yeah.
It's like what, 5 people?
I don't know. No clue.
Yeah,
Great.
like 4 or 5
Awesome
people.
topic.
You're the one who said we should talk about it. I have no clue about it.
I'm the one who said we should
Me?
talk about it.
Oh.
I just like was like, this is absolutely the most topical thing. I've seen more people talking about this
Yeah.
than I've seen about talking about a single event since like the election.
Yeah. Or like the Will
Like,
Smith
I don't know about the election, dude. Didn't Ukraine pop off in between now and then?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Like, yeah, but like people were talking about like a single, like, of course they talked more about the war in Ukraine, but that's because it lasted significantly longer. Like, I don't think
You mean like
I don't
one-off
think I've
event?
seen
Okay.
people. I don't think I've seen back to back posts about Ukraine, and I have seen them about this for some reason.
Yeah, this seems
Mm.
more like a
Yeah.
Harambe situation to me.
Yeah.
It is 5 people. I'm looking at a
Gotcha.
New York
That's what I
Times
thought.
article.
Yeah.
what they got to. Well, today's Wednesday. I think they said had something like they're in trouble if it's like Thursday, which is pretty soon.
Well, they're in trouble.
Air wise.
Yeah, they're in trouble already. I would say.
Yeah,
They're in
but
trouble. They were in trouble the second that something went wrong.
do we
That
know
was
what
when they were in
actually went wrong?
trouble.
Do we know what
They're
actually went
missing.
wrong?
I do not know what went wrong.
They're
They're
missing.
missing.
That
Oh,
was
they're
wrong.
straight up missing.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
straight up missing. We have no idea where they are.
A
where they are.
How
Canadian
do you not
surveillance
know where
plane
they
is
Because
searching for them.
There's no locator attached to the sub. There's no like line attached to the sub, and communications went out.
Don't they have like another sub?
It's all like live updates.
Isn't it like just straight? Isn't it
They're-
like is it just straight down, or is there like a loop
Yeah,
they
but
follow?
Like I don't think the sub is just like I don't think it's just like a fucking drop pod. It's
Holy shit! They could
It-
run out of
it's-
air in a matter of hours, and this was posted.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
30
Like, I think
minutes ago.
Thursday was like bad stuff will happen.
Yeah.
It hasn't already.
well, I saw it was like they had like 30 hours or something of air left or something like that. That was a while ago, but like
Yeah, so
I
they're
don't know if
probably down to
how
like
new that
less than
was or
10.
not.
Yeah, this is a little spooky
Well,
to be
that
talking
was not
about since we don't
yesterday.
know
I
the
was-
end
I was
result.
saying almost all
Yeah.
of this just today.
Oh, okay, I see.
That's weird though. Like, I mean, this is once again we were talking about this off stream or off recording about like the space trips to space, which are also like extremely expensive. I think I saw a quote that was like $250,000 to go on this submarine excursion.
Oh wow.
But
Yeah.
More expensive than space, I'm pretty sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
but like
more expensive than going to space.
the space thing is just like George brought up a point about like waivers not really being like a thing because there's no guarantees. Like it's
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
of stuff can go wrong.
Yeah.
So you're nothing. The liability is like, well, whose fault is it? Is it the rocket? Is it the country that it launched from? Is it people who run the company or business?
If the
or whatever?
rocket blew up, it's the fucking rocket.
No.
What if the people who did the maintenance on the rocket didn't do it? What
yeah.
if
And it's also
somebody?
like a lot of
I-
things with like
yeah.
jurisdiction specifically. Like,
Yeah.
is it international jurisdiction? Is it the country that launched its
Yeah.
jurisdiction?
Yeah.
Is it
It's not
wherever
really
the company
really
is
who's at
happens to be
fault,
headquartered?
It's who
Whose
litigates
laws?
it.
Yeah, whose
Yeah.
laws you're following? Yeah. But there is stuff with whose fault it is, because I mean, it could be like he said, people doing maintenance. It could be like the actual crew. It could be the company itself. It could be there's a lot of
Yeah.
nuance with all the different working
I
parts.
mean,
in it.
realistically, the maintenance crew, the like the people who fly the rocket, and the people who operate the rocket should all be the same company, right?
Well, they could what do they call it? They could outsource any of that. I feel
Contract.
like.
Yeah.
Contract work or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But I think it comes back to the owners. It always comes back to the owners.
Well, they
I mean, like,
always try
That
like
would be true of airplanes too.
I mean, the
like-
owners are who have
But
the
they
money.
Who's
always,
really responsible for the airplane? The manufacturer.
Well, this
the
happens with like
airline, or the
this happens
or
with
the,
like the
maintenance crew, or
like
the
the-
pilot.
One at a time, please.
This happens with like there's always disputes with like the people that like outsource their factories to like poorer companies and like the like at Walmart
Mhm.
and it's not even that they outsource it once, like they'll outsource it to a company in like say Bangladesh or something like that, and then that factory will outsource it to another factory also in Bangladesh, and like so it's like they're all arguing about who's responsible for like a factory fire or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, and so I feel like outsourcing definitely can muddy the waters, but I'm not a
Oh,
business lawyer.
Yeah. It just doesn't seem to me that it would be inherently significantly more complicated than like regular air travel.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that it is, but like
Yeah.
I heard this on Bloomberg from some lady.
Litigationally, it makes more sense for it to be.
Yeah,
But like,
but I think a lot of litigation is liability. So like,
yeah.
but yeah, again, we're like it's like baboons trying to
But,
trying to
like,
talk about
the
like,
liability is like dependent on, I don't know. It feels like you could do it the same way you do air flights, that like international flights, right?
yeah, I don't know. Because I feel like with international flights, there's at least a destination country and stuff. And like, I don't know. I think there's like certain treaties that apply to international flights that people argue don't apply to spaceflight because you're out of the atmosphere or whatever.
Yeah.
And so, but I
And I
don't.
think there's
Again,
a
I'm not a
certain-
lawyer.
Yeah,
There's a lot
Every
more
part
known
of it.
quantities, and like people have been flying airplanes for a long time now. So
Mhm.
they may be like, yeah, from this type of travel has these expected results and like this amount of accepted risk.
Yeah.
And going to space is a lot more than that. So
Mhm.
yeah, we're not. I'm not. I'm not covering that because it's not applicable.
Yeah.
If you want to do that,
The
make your own
insurance
space
side.
rules. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It seems like it's all really messy because it's brand new too. It's like space
Yeah.
tourism is like, you know,
It's not
a
even
brand
really a
new-
thing yet. It like
yeah.
kind of is, but like only for like
Super uber rich
billionaires who
is-
are like people who could, like it's only really available for people who could just fund their own rocket anyway.
Yeah. I think like
Like
I heard like Justin Bieber and like just like kind of celebrities can afford like a ticket. I did
Oh, yeah,
hear a
maybe.
quote that $100,000 can get you on like, but I think that's like those flights that just like they technically go into the
yeah,
Yeah.
it's $100,000. I don't think that you can pay SpaceX to take you to the ISS.
I don't think this
don't
was
think that's
SpaceX.
I don't think they have access.
No, it wasn't ISS.
Oh,
It definitely,
yeah.
but I think this was all. It wasn't SpaceX. It was whatever fucking Jeff Bezos
Virgin
one
Mobile.
is. No, that's
that's
Richard.
That's a
Branson.
cell phone
That's
thing,
Richard
isn't it?
Branson.
No, the guy who the
The guy
billionaire
who runs
mogul
Virgin Mobile
also has the space thing. It's like Virgin
Oh, I
Galactic.
see. Okay.
Virgin
Virgin
Galactic. I
Galactic.
think.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not heard of Jeff Bezos's.
Yeah, he also
Like,
has one. I forgot what it's called. I could probably look it
Yeah.
up. Jeff.
So I had a point when I brought up the space thing again when we were talking about the submarine situation. I brought up the cost,
Mhm.
and then we started going off, and I completely forgot my original point.
Blue Origin is Jeff Bezos's.
Yeah.
Roger.
Was it maybe that
I brought up cost. I'm trying to remember why I brought up cost.
space flight seems cooler than
No,
going to the Titanic?
I mean no. I think it was like
I think going to the Titanic is cool.
Oh, is it like a whatchamacallit. I think I started to talk about like the liability thing and just like the waivers and whatnot. With this thing, I don't know how long they've been doing these like submersible tours, but I gotta wonder like, so there's no like GPS thing attached to it. There's no
Yeah.
like a
There's
lot
not-
of things.
That because this was like it was like basically a small operation.
Was it like scientific or
there's
was it
people-
like?
No, it was run by people who were like as far as I know, it was the or at least what I've seen,
In
what
memes?
I've gathered and like from like implications
Uh-huh.
is that this is a sub privately operated for the purposes of taking rich people
Tourism.
down to see the Titanic.
Yeah. Makes
So
sense.
And it was
Yeah,
it's
I-
not it's basically it was basically completely unregulated. Like there weren't like the there were
yeah, there's no backup sub. There's
there's
no.
no safety
planned
officers
route.
who like checked this thing out or anything like that.
I mean, I gotta believe
like
there's
from-
somebody.
From what I've heard, the sub can't even be opened from the inside. It has to be opened from the outside.
Well,
Wow.
yeah, that I'm sure there's a design reason for that, which makes sense.
I mean,
But,
yeah, it's a cost saving measure
yeah.
probably.
Just,
Like
just as a just because just as a time worry, we should probably, unless anyone has
Yeah.
any final points. But didn't you want to talk about something else, Ryobi? That was topical.
Let's
is there
see.
anything else topical?
I had more
Probably.
shit to talk about biking, but it's just not. There was a
Biking is so
two
good.
people. Actually, it was actually earlier today before we started the podcast. I went on a bike ride. Two different people from their cars yelled at me when I was
Yeah.
biking. That was
Why?
fun.
What'd they yell at you?
Because
don't know.
car drivers hate cyclists.
But
don't.
I wasn't even like near them. I was like on like a bike path after crossing an intersection. So it was some fucking high schooler. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm just like, I'm the only one like not in a car on who he could have possibly been facing. So I'm just like,
That's also
What?
why I don't like the idea
Yeah.
of being on the road.
Nah,
with
it's
cars.
I wasn't on the road. That was the best part. I was on a
Yeah.
bike path, separate from the road.
Separate from the road.
Separate from the
Wow,
road.
you live in a fancy place.
I had just
Oh,
I
yeah.
biked
I
to
mean, they
that
have those
street
in
because it
LA.
has a bike path, and I had just turned onto the bike
Nice.
path from the street.
Yeah.
It's a fucking major road, and it's like it's actually the one of the streets that the marathon goes through.
Yeah. Maybe
So
maybe yelling at you because you were on the road for a second.
No,
Yeah.
there's no bike. There's a bike lane on the road, perpendicular to that. So I was getting out of the bike lane on that road, turning right, getting
Yeah.
onto the bike path,
Yeah.
and then I was like, I had been
No,
on the bike.
people-
He probably didn't even
people
see
with
me
cars
turn. He was
don't-
probably just driving.
People, a lot of drivers do not consider bike lanes real.
No, he wasn't in the okay intersection, four-way intersection.
Yeah.
I am going approaching and turning right onto a bike path. He is coming from the left, not the same road I was on, but the road is now going on the road that I am parallel to now that had the bike path.
What are you doing?
Drove by. There's nothing I did that prompted this. What prompted it is that he's a I don't know, just
Yeah.
prepubescent boy with too much energy hopped up on Monster.
Yeah.
Thought I'd make his friends in the car laugh. And I guess I'm more heated about it than I thought, RJ. I
Yeah.
thought it did not bother me that much, but I'm just like, come back here so I can yell at you too. You drove by too quickly. Stop at a red light.
I swear to God, high schoolers in some ways are stupider than my my 1-year-old niece and nephew.
George,
Eh?
They suck.
the high scores are not. It's about like age 16. 16 is when you are a real person. Before
Yeah.
that, you are a nothing burger. You are
Yeah.
a mess of cells and angst and oil
I feel like I wasn't a real person
and
until like
judgment.
22.
I think you're a person before that, but
No,
maybe a different
I
person.
don't.
Maybe a person
Yeah.
you didn't like as
I
much.
knew him before that. He wasn't a real person.
Yeah.
He was a
I
different person.
I was a blob of cannabis and angst.
Eh?
Okay.
And horny.
Oh yeah. I
Oh,
was
another horny
very
stage.
horny. Yeah, the
Consistently.
horny is pretty consistent.
That doesn't go away. That's everybody.
Yeah.
Almost.
Do you remember before he was dating his wife?
Oh, we don't have to put him on blast.
I don't even remember that.
We can
Too much
start our
cannabis.
fucking game.
Okay.
Yeah, we already did blast off joke, which didn't make it in because
yeah.
it was one of the cut
Yeah.
parts. Whatever.
Someone said a naughty word. Okay.
No.
I think because we started
I have-
arguing about space. Actually,
So I had hot takes, but that are from unpopular opinion that we could talk about that I
Mhm.
saved
yeah,
months ago.
yeah,
There
What's
are
your hot take?
there are too many swimming medals at the Olympics.
yeah.
Hmm.
That makes me laugh a lot. Because we were talking about we might talk about the Olympics later.
I kind of get that because like, isn't Michael Phelps the
Yeah.
most like
He's by
medaled
far the most decorated.
Olympian of all time, and that's just because he's really good at swimming?
Yeah.
There's a lot of different there's a lot of different races, and there's like different lengths, and there's like the different strokes, and they combined they just make a lot of stuff. And there's also
Yeah.
like the medleys
Yeah.
where it's like the tag team things, and those are
Like, I
each
kind of
each
get it, I
count for a
just
different
don't-
medal.
I don't think it matters that much who has the most gold medals.
Yeah. That's why it's a hot take, because I don't care.
I think that's the only issue there.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree. I guess if we both agree, then it's a bad hot take, right? It's like unpopular
Yeah.
opinion. You're actually trying to get the most down votes. Because then it's truly unpopular.
No, I think we agree that it is that it's kind of a hot take, or
Because
No,
we don't
no, I'm
take,
saying
right?
we both agree with him that there are too many, right? So therefore it's not a hot take because we all agree. That would make it cold.
I was thinking I don't know. I don't think it matters how many there are.
Oh yeah, I
So-
also don't think it matters, but I also kind of agree with him. It's at
I don't
least
think they're running out of
lukewarm.
medals.
Yeah, it's a lukewarm take. It's
Lukewarm
not
take.
that hot because people are going to get heated about it. Like,
I think the
no.
most heated is what the point you brought up, and that like Michael Phelps looks like he's such a much better like if we're going
athlete than he actually
yeah
is.
if athlete if equals medals, then he looks far and away better than everybody else just because swimming is inflated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
number
does he
of it.
also
But
like?
I don't think that bothers me that much.
But didn't he? I mean, he also has dominated or did dominate swimming for like kind of a.
Oh yeah,
ridiculous
he's
amount of
well
time.
deserved, like a very
Yeah.
good swimming athlete, like probably the best.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you
I know
compare
like
him to
nothing
like
about the Olympics.
Usain Bolt, who's also absolutely dominated his
He
like
gets like one or two
athletic
per.
region for a while. He has way more gold medals than Usain Bolt does because like you can only
He has the
run
100
like
meter
2
and then like
ways.
maybe 200 meter, right?
And the
Yeah, I
relay.
don't know.
Oh yeah, the relays too.
Yeah, relays.
He can only get so many gold medals per Olympic showing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just that. Yeah, there's a lot of swimming medals,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
don't think it bothers me. So I don't know if too many. There are a lot. Yes. Are there too many? I don't know.
Yeah.
Make more races, I guess, for other things. Just give the others more.
Yeah,
Other
just for what's the
Do a silly
for-
run race to balance out the fucking butterfly.
Yeah, you got to balance an egg on your head. Yeah.
are they all about the Olympics?
No.
Oh.
We were debating which one to do next, and I mentioned two.
When you said
This one
plate,
was-
I just assumed like strongest man competition plates.
Nah, this is plates are almost pointless. Bowls are better.
Yeah, this is definitely hotter because I disagree.
If you want multiple foods at the same time, a plate is the way to go.
Yeah.
If you want one food, a bowl is the way to go.
Well, it doesn't even. I wouldn't even say that because like I ate a breakfast sandwich today. I feel like that would be less convenient to have
That's
in a bowl
true. It
because you
would
have
be
to
less
reach into
convenient
it.
in a bowl because you would have to reach in. You're
Mhm.
right. You're right.
Yeah.
Large finger food is better on a plate.
Yeah. Well,
bowl.
yeah.
Like a sandwich.
Yeah, like a sandwich.
You can like
Something-
freaking barely scoop your fingers down the bowl sides to get the sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's worse than a plate.
But good in terms of that. That is a hotter take because I disagree
Yeah.
with it.
This one had a lot more upvotes than the other one.
Yeah.
People did not agree.
Oh,
But they agree with
these
that.
aren't your hot takes. These are other
No.
people's.
These ones I've had saved for
Oh.
months.
I see.
They're supposed to be your hot takes, Ryobi.
Yeah.
You guys didn't have any, so
Well, I can come
Here
up
we are.
with some with the dome.
Yeah, I can come up with
Yeah,
some
bad
off
ones.
the dome.
No. Well, I mean,
All
those were pretty bad. To be fair.
so
Yeah.
how about, and the other one I talked about RJ was all nose jewelry is a bad idea, but we said that was pretty lukewarm for our circle, and that seeing as none of us have it
Yeah.
that I know of.
Yeah, here's a hot take for me. I don't like piercings. It's pretty much in general. I guess that's kind of
Here's a
like
hot-
polarizing.
Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah,
piercings.
that's what a hot take is.
Oh, then yeah, I did good. I hate piercings. Well, like
I mean, that's completely valid. That's completely valid why you hate them. I don't.
Subtle piercings are fine. I said.
Not
man.
entirely.
What's a subtle piercing? Does it have
Ear
to be like a
piercings
belly
are
button?
fine.
Or
Like I
something you
think
can't see?
everyone
But
should
yeah.
have a max of 4 on their face, and 2 of them have to be in the ear, or else it's too much.
I would say all of them have to be in the ear.
No, because I feel like a subtle, like little nose piercing, or one that's like just like
No.
like a little bud in the nose can be okay.
Oh,
I'm too scared of it being like ripped out.
Yeah, that too.
I don't
yeah.
mind other people who have it, but I don't want it on me.
Yeah. So I guess these are all
I will say-
lukewarm. We all agree.
I will say,
That's-
I like
We're failing.
a nose piercings almost universally make someone look worse.
Mm.
Honestly, I kind of dig how they look on some people.
I was gonna out RJ, but I guess I won't. Maybe I should. Well, I guess he can decide if he wants this out of the podcast. But you had a crush on someone in high school who had
Yeah,
a nose
yeah.
piercing.
She looked much better before she had a nose piercing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think they
Yeah,
can work
it's-
on some people.
I think they can work on some people too. They got like
Yeah.
the alternative look going.
But I just hate when
I
people
can
have
dig it.
too much. Like it's like like
Yeah.
multiple eyebrow piercings and like a nose and then
Lip
gauges.
piercings are almost always awful.
Oh yeah, I hate lip piercings.
I hate lip piercings.
Yeah, no.
It seems to just like it would just bother me.
It would
Eyebrow
get in the way of
piercings.
smooch
I don't know how
chat.
they. I don't know how they get used to it.
It would get in the way of smooching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about dick piercings?
I also don't know how that would work, and I
It
don't think
seems
I want it
incredibly unpleasant.
Yeah, it really does.
for
Massively
everyone.
unpleasant.
For everyone
like,
involved, including
yeah.
the person who puts it in there.
It
Yeah.
seems like the most unpleasant possible thing that there could be.
The other thing about piercings is everyone I know who's gotten piercings has like stories of it getting like infected and
Infected or
like
something.
Yeah,
filled
or,
with
like-
pus and like just gross.
Yeah, it's like you get like a cold and you're just like, well, this is my life now.
Yeah.
Everything hurts, especially my nose.
So again, we're all in agreement. These have been some
Yeah.
cold ass takes.
This
I
is
think
not
that's a
a
hot take. It's just that we all agree.
yeah. I
yeah.
guess
I
this
mean,
one
because
would
we
be
all
more
we
hot.
all have we're friends for a reason. Let's say that.
Yeah.
It's because we hate nose piercings.
Ooh,
Yeah.
hot. No, this probably isn't hot either.
One
I was
thing
gonna
that's-
say. I was gonna say.
Oh, sorry, last bit just related to it. Gauges. I don't really mind
I don't like
piercings.
gauges.
Yeah, I just said I
Gauges-
don't like gauges. Yeah.
Gauges freak me out.
Yeah, I
I
don't
can't
like
look
it.
at them.
I
can't look at them.
saw a guy the other day with gauges like that fucking big.
Yeah. No.
I'm not
It's like-
even looking at your
Ugh.
camera because I don't want to look at how big you just made it.
Yeah.
It makes me
It's
uncomfortable.
Like some of them touch the
I was
fucking
like-
shoulder. It's like no.
Oh
Why?
yeah. I
Ugh.
like
it's gonna break.
Yeah.
Oh no!
And like
Some
when they
people can
have you
put,
seen
like,
it
a
when they
fucking
take it
basketball through
out?
it.
Like if you're like I don't know, like an eighth of an inch, like there's up to a certain point. It's like okay, it's kind of okay, but it's
No,
yeah,
like
it's not.
it at least
you
isn't
seen-
it at least isn't repulsive
yeah,
like while it's in.
yeah.
But like
As soon as
once
you
it's
take it out,
out-
it looks abhorrent. I hate it. We're gonna get downvoted, but
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, well,
I
no one's gonna
can't.
see it, but if they did, we'd get downvoted.
It's
Yeah.
like good on you. You're more than welcome to have it, but I won't look at you.
Yeah.
yeah.
I cannot. I will stare at the ground anywhere but your face.
And I feel like you're gonna
Okay.
get like professional, like unless you're in something, unless you're like I don't know, a tattoo artist or like a singer or something like that. Like if you try to get like a quote unquote normal job, there's gonna be like some inherent bias if you have
Yeah.
gauges.
Yeah, just because.
I think if
yeah,
you have any like non-standard piercing, aka if you have anything other
other than
than
earrings.
an
But
ear
like
piercing,
that's the thing. That's the thing with other piercing. Like an eyebrow piercing, you can easily just take out and you can't tell by looking at
That's
the person.
true,
But a
that's
gauge,
true,
if you
that's
take it
true.
out, it's just a floppy flop.
Stop! I don't
You
finish
can
that
tell.
sentence.
Yeah, you can tell.
Thank you.
You can tell someone who wears if someone wears gauges, even if they're not wearing
I-
gauges.
Yeah.
I hate the fact that you've introduced the idea that people take them out and then
They
I
probably
ha-
don't.
I've
I
seen
didn't
it.
have
I've
that
seen
mental
them.
image before,
in
and now I
person.
do, and I'm
Do
really
they?
sad.
Ooh,
Yeah. I mean, they're like people who have like smaller gauges, but yeah, in high school, I had friends who had them and like they would take them out occasionally. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
not for me. But, okay, do we want to move on to the entree of this episode now that we've had some
Yeah, go for it.
appetizers?
Oh wait, okay, sorry. No, we're
Is
done.
it chicken fingers?
Oh, I did have one more kind of hot
Oh,
take.
man.
Yeah,
where-
go for it. Let's get one custom.
Like if you're thinning, I mean, this is gonna be very very apparent where I get this from. But if you're thinning at all as a guy, just shave it. Like
Yeah.
like I hate like the
I
comb
don't think that's
overs
a very
and,
hot take.
and like but like maybe I'm just like
Cold take.
my hot take is like how early in the process I would say just
Yeah.
shave it. Like if there's like a slight bald spot or like you can just tell from the hairline from the front, just shave it immediately. Just get used to it early on because it's gonna
Mhm.
happen eventually. It's biology.
I would say it kind of depends on how quickly
Mm,
you're thinning.
yeah.
Because like for example, I don't super want to out you or anything, but like you were thinning super fast,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I think you made absolutely the super right choice.
Mm.
I like.
yeah, George looks
I,
fucking
I
hot.
don't think you have to. I don't think you have to shave a whole lot anymore, right?
Yeah, I mean I shave like I don't know. I shave like once every week and a half, maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah, but like if it's like if like it's like thinning and like about to go bald, and it
Mhm.
will stay thinning and about to like open a bald spot for the next like 5 years, you're
Mm.
practically like just shaving like a nearly full head of hair
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like
like,
it's like
for a really long time. I think like
you should at least
you
go
know.
short though. Like
yeah.
long thinning hair looks awful. Which I don't think is that hot of a take, but again, none of our takes were, so what are you gonna do? Okay. So at least that was my take, Ryobi. Get fucking shat on. Okay. Moving on.
I had a take.
Wait,
but,
did I disagree with you?
I've forgotten one.
No,
Who
I'm,
is it?
I'm saying your takes weren't yours. You
Yeah.
you cheated.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't cheat.
You cheated. You're a cheater.
I conspired.
Yeah. Oh, it's part of the conspiracy. No. Okay, I gotta get my tinfoil hat
Oh.
out. Okay. So this week we're doing vacation types, tier list, vacation categories, I guess you could say.
Uh-huh.
And so yeah, basically just types of vacations you can go on and tier listing them. It's pretty straightforward. I don't have to explain it that much.
Nah, how does tier list work?
Well, see, we'll grab one of these and then we put the good things in F, and then we put the bad things in S. So
Oh, so F is fantastic then?
yeah, F is fantastic and S is
And
shit.
that just sucks.
Yeah, it's shit.
Why is it alphabetical
ass.
except for S?
It's shit, ass, bullshit, and then it's like
Shouldn't bullshit
cock.
and shit be next to each other?
Cock.
And then it's like dope and fantastic.
I like dope and fantastic. I like those the most.
Yeah. I was on the spot.
And see, cuck and crap are cool.
It's cock.
Oh, cock.
Yeah.
I thought you said cuck.
Cuck also works, I guess.
Huh?
Because cuck is like, it's not for everyone. Some people like being a cuck.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
This is making more sense the more you describe it. Maybe we should do it this way.
Yeah. No.
C is for cuck.
I feel like the color scheme also kind of backs that up. And like
yeah,
green
red
is
is
good.
supposed to be bad and green is good. I
Yeah.
don't get it.
Yeah.
You can change the color.
Also, if
Yeah.
you like something in C, that means you are a cock.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out. Maybe I am.
Yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
we are.
Amusement park vacation is the first thing. So like think going to Florida to go to Disney World. I don't think it's a B. I was just putting it more in frame.
I feel like I need the other ones
It's A
before
for ass.
relative.
Oh, so this one later? We can do that.
Yeah, maybe later because we talked about that off screen.
This is super specific, but backpacking through Europe is this one.
Yeah.
See,
Or just like traveling to a bunch of countries. I think you could
Yeah, you
Like-
can only really do it in Europe,
like,
though,
budget
right?
travel.
it's
Yeah,
easier
Yeah.
to do it in Europe.
It's
Much
easier
easier.
to do it in Europe.
because of the EU and like
Rather-
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
everything's
Yeah.
condensed and close together. And
Europe is the best place.
Trains accessible, but
Europe
bus
is
accessible.
is both the easiest and nicest place to do it.
yeah,
It's an established thing. It's also like a lot of the countries are relatively safe and accessible. Yeah, like
Yeah.
they're all being part of a lot of them, not all. A lot of them being
Uh-huh.
part of the EU kind of makes travel between them.
really
Uh,
easy.
Shout
easy.
out to England, my home country, no longer part
Yeah.
of the EU.
Well, yeah, they're kind of
Yeah, it's like
them being separated by a body of water kind of takes the wind out of their sails, but the rest of Europe. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I haven't done this, but want to do this and think it would be cool. I guess
Yeah.
the only thing that docks it points is the fact. I mean, budget is both a perk and kind of what's the opposite of a perk? A nuisance, because like it's
Yeah.
like you're gonna be
Detriment.
staying in hostels and like using shared bathrooms and like
But
there's
you
a,
could always-
lack of
You could always
privacy.
do the same thing, but spend a shitload of money and go to like hotels every
Well,
night.
here's
Yeah.
here's the thing. You can. I want to talk about this because my brother just got back from
Oh yeah,
doing
yeah.
a months long trip through
Mhm.
not just Europe but a bunch of other countries as well. And here's the best part of it: as your like budget changes, or like as you start to like run out of money or something like that, you can adapt on the fly. You can
Oh.
book. You don't have. That's the other thing. Like you don't have to book everything in advance before you get on the plane.
Yeah.
Well, that also depends on the length of your trip. But if you're like, oh yeah, I really want to go to this country, I really want to go to Italy, but Italy's expensive, so I'm gonna do a hostel when I'm in Italy. But then if I go to somewhere else, like I ended up,
Bulgaria.
yeah, like Bulgaria, or I don't know, somewhere where it's like the off season for their tourism,
Yeah.
then you can kind of live it up a little bit and get like a nicer place.
Yeah.
So you can adapt. You can do both on the same trip.
And it,
Yeah.
This is also it's much easier to do if you're traveling solo. You have a lot more
Yeah.
flexibility. If you're with a group, that might not fly.
I also feel like Vrbo and Airbnb and companies like that have probably opened up your options a bit. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Uh-huh.
So
I think the worst part about this trip is that it has to be like at least a month long.
To make
yeah,
it worth
yeah.
it, yes, because
You can't do this. You can't go for like a week.
Yeah.
You can't do this for a week.
you can't see every. It's not. It
It's
comes
not
down to
worth
just
it.
like it's not worth it.
Yeah.
if I had a week, I'd rather do some of these other ones. I won't spoil it.
Yeah,
but-
yeah. Like if I had just a week, you don't want to be traveling for a week.
yeah,
Like
where you're
Yeah,
moving
when you're
the
traveling,
entire
it's like
time.
that's an entire day, pretty much.
you want to spend like if you have like a week, you want to spend it like generally in like one like area.
Mhm. So what are we saying for this one? I kind of think
Unless
high B,
travel is
low
part
A.
of the thing.
I agree with that. I really like doing this. I really liked doing this for. I met up with my brother for a week, and we went to Croatia.
Mhm.
But my brother was gone for months. I don't
Yeah.
think I could do
Yeah.
that.
I could do
I
like
I
a
was
month.
tired after a week. I was like, damn, you're like, you've been doing this for months and you're going to keep going for months. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm not,
I've
maybe
been
you get
very
used to it or
interested.
something, but
Just
I don't
like
know.
again like it's
I got burned
something
out.
very
Mm.
very like tended towards single people,
Mm.
and like you have to like drop everything for such a long period of time
Yeah, I feel like you have to
to
either
really make
be like transitioning in employment or have a job that you can travel and do.
Yeah, take
yeah
like a month off
Yeah.
from,
Yeah, or just a really lax job or something.
which
yeah
is,
something like work a work from home job where you
Yeah.
can actually not work from home, you work from Europe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is how my sister managed to travel for a little while,
Mm.
like half a year ago or something. She did a similar thing to your brother, but she was working the whole time, where she went to like Bulgaria and Paris and what's Bali and shit like that.
Mhm.
So yeah,
I think soup very high B.
yeah,
High B.
yeah,
High
high
B.
B. We're all basically saying high B, so
Yeah, it's
we'll
like
put it there.
if
It's something I'd really want to do, but it takes like an insane amount of commitment and
yes.
like
This one I
It's
love.
it's not always very relaxing.
Yeah,
it's very
that's true.
interesting, but like you don't
Kind
get
of
a
the
lot of,
opposite of this next one.
you have
which
to
is
build
very
in
relaxing.
downtime. And then when you build in downtime, you feel like you're wasting time, so it's a bit stressful.
yeah.
But this next
All
one, it definitely is relaxing. A beach resort. So, how do we rank a beach resort? This is probably the one I've had most experience with, just personally.
I have no experience with like a proper beach resort.
Mm. But it's like the one that we went to is like all inclusive, so you just had a wristband and you would go around and you could order food or you could order drinks or you could do
It
whatever.
seems really nice. It seems really nice.
Yeah.
I think my least favorite part about it would be the fact that like all these places are like, they like supersized like hotels where like
Hmm.
you're in there with like 100 other people. Like
Yeah.
you don't really get like any like private beach time.
Yeah, there was definitely like
Probably.
most of the time there was other people on the beach, but it wasn't like packed
It
like the
wasn't
LA
packed.
beaches. No,
That's
it
kind of
wasn't like the
surprising.
LA
I
beaches.
would expect it to be packed.
But
It
maybe we
depends
kind of
on
went on like the
resort.
off season. Like we went in the
That's
winter
yeah.
because it was cold where we were, and I don't know like when.
That seems like it would be the on season for them.
Yeah, I don't know, but like it was never like packed like the LA beaches were the beaches I hated the most because they like every time we went there was like it felt like 200 other people on the beach and like you could it was hard to get like a few square footage of beach to yourself. Like
Yeah.
I hated that, but at the
The
beach
the
resort I
best
didn't
beach
find that as much.
the best the beach is super nice when you have it largely to yourself.
Yeah, it was kind of like the
If
perfect
you have
amount
to
of
share it
people.
with a lot of people, it kind of fucking sucks.
It was kind of the perfect amount of people because it was enough people. It was enough people that you could like play pickup volleyball games with strangers, but like also not too much people that you couldn't get some like beach privacy to yourself.
That sounds
Yeah, like
really
have
nice.
have space between your camp and like somebody else's.
Yeah,
Not be like
yeah,
stepping over a bunch of towels just to get to the water.
yeah. But that was my experience when I've gone to Puerto Vallarta. But it was less. It was more crowded when I went to the Bahamas because I went to that like big famous resort. I think it's Sandals in the Bahamas, but they've got like the
Yeah.
slide that has the shark tank next to it and stuff. That place was
Yeah.
Oh.
packed. That place
Is that
was
Atlantis? Is that
It
what
would
that
be-
is?
Yeah,
It-
yeah,
yeah, I
Atlantis.
think
Yeah,
so.
that's it. Yeah,
So it's
I've
better
been
to
there
go for
too.
like
yeah. Oh wow.
better to go for like the B resorts.
Yeah, I think so. Like the less known ones, the less famous ones.
Yeah. This is pretty high for me because I like the
Yeah.
beach. My only thing is I get like once again, cost, you can kind of play around that because it's like as we just said, there's
Most of
a
most of the
crap ton of resorts, and there's like a scale. You can pick
Yeah.
a wicked nice one. You could pick like one that's like a little more out of the way, or like
Mhm.
go in off season, or go depending on how far you are willing to be on a plane. Go abroad a little bit, and you
Find a
can
really
kind of
nice
get some
deal on
deals.
like
Yeah,
kayak or something like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Most of these also operate in like significantly cheaper countries. So
true.
Yeah.
There's
the
like whole
price
sections of
the
coastline in Mexico like this.
Yeah.
you get a huge value for what like the money you're putting in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing is my only thing is when it's like a beach resort kind of type place, a lot of it is like a lot of like whatever the infrastructure is pretty much only in the resort. If
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have any
You could-
inclination to do outside the resort,
Mhm.
there may not be much else. It might just be the beach. So
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
get bored for whatever
That's kinda-
reason, you're
that's
like,
kind of the
oh, maybe you like sightsee. You might be out of luck depending on where you go. There
Yeah.
might,
That's
that
kind of the-
resort
that's the-
might be the only thing around.
yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
there
kinda
can
the
be like
worst
some
part about
dangerous
these.
parts in the non-resort parts,
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
might not be very
But we
friendly
did
to
manage to like the resort we went to. We actually could like leave the resort and go to like downtown or like a city kind of area, and
Uh-huh.
where we went like clubbing and like to some restaurants and stuff. So we weren't like stranded on the resort in that way. And then also there was this
This
like
also showed pics of like a nature trail.
yeah,
kind of a thing that you took.
they had a tour where they like took us to this, I think it was an island off the coast, and there was like this little town there, and like we did like this like toured hike through and saw like a waterfall and all this cool stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it was
That
really
sounds
cool.
really nice.
And there was part where
Yeah,
you'd
just-
like get off the boat and swim and like you'd see fish or whatever. So yeah, it was really
Yeah,
cool.
get a little bit of nature in there along with your very cleaned up artificial experience on the resort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I call
Good to
this
have both. Good to
this
have
is S for me, but I can see people's gripes with it.
A
Yeah, this
for
seems like an
now,
A for me.
maybe an S.
Okay.
If
Yeah.
depending on on how we feel about the other ones. At
So-
least A.
So that's high A.
It's
I'd
a
say.
high A for me.
High A.
So, 2 high A's and an S, so that's definitely high A. Camping
Where
is
do you
next.
stay? Where do you stay in like
I don't know.
like
My
what's the
parents set it up.
accommodations like
Oh, the it
at
was like
resorts?
it was like
You like hotel rooms?
Yeah,
No,
pretty much.
yeah, kind of, but it's like fully comp, so you don't like you just show a wristband, and then you like, and then they'll you just order food and they give it to you. So it's really nice because you don't have to carry
That's so
cash or your
nice.
card with you everywhere.
You're very sold on the all-inclusive resorts.
Yeah, I love those.
Oh, that just sounds fantastic.
Yeah,
Like
That's the
like-
other thing. It's not you if you think about how much you have to like eat or drink to make. Well, first off, drinks are often not included. But if you think about
It
how much
was
you have to
included
eat
here,
to make it worth it, the math doesn't always play out. But it is
Yeah.
nice to not have to worry about it.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and like the drinks were included in this one, so it was just really it just made me drink more than I ever
I like
normally
to not
did.
have to cook.
Yeah,
I like to not have to cook.
yeah.
I mean, you don't have to cook
That's
it.
really
You don't have to
nice.
cook it. Oh, pretty much any place you stay, even if it's not inclusive. You just pay
Yeah, you
separately.
do.
Yeah, but you
just-
you
no, you
always
just
end up
pay
paying
separately.
for it. Yeah, but
Oh,
there's
yeah,
always
yeah,
like
yeah.
there's always like a hotel
You have a little
tax
bit more
where it's
control
more
over costs that
expensive.
way.
Yeah, but you're still always paying because it's like they'll like it'll be like 1.5x what it would cost in like even like just like an average restaurant. You know what I mean? Just like the tax of
Because
you're
they're the
in a
only
hotel
game in
room.
town. You have no
Exactly.
other options.
Yeah, it's like how stuff is more expensive in an amusement park or in an airport because
Yeah.
it's like you can't go anywhere else. You're fucked. You
Yeah.
have to pay our
Oh, you have a 3-hour
course.
layover?
Yeah,
Enjoy
we're-
this $11 beer.
yeah.
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 Hello.
So camping.
I like the idea of camping. I don't think any of us are camping people, though.
Yeah.
I super like camping.
I like the
I haven't gone camping in forever, but like I've enjoyed camping every time I've gone.
Sounds
Like-
like
A lot.
you don't really get enough to go.
I like here's the thing. As it's like sort of the
Well,
same as
it's just not it like a lot of activities. It's not fun when you're just doing it on your own.
yeah. Here's the thing. For me, it's like camping and amusement parks sort of share the same vein where it's like as a kid, I really liked them, but the older I get, the less and less I kind of like the idea of them. Because it's like, well, one, like my sleeping has just gotten worse as I've aged, and I need more stuff to be able to sleep, which like specifically for camping, that like it's hard to accommodate that unless you're glamping. Like the idea of like like squeezing up with say me, April, and another couple all in the same tent and trying to sleep on like on a sleeping bag on like the base, like there's a thin thing for the tent but basically on the ground. It's like I would probably get like 3 hours of sleep if I was lucky. And then it's also, I've become much more sensitive as an adult to like mosquitoes. Like I would get like bit like 12 times as a kid and just not give a shit essentially, but like now I hate getting bit by mosquitoes. I despise it. So it's like, yeah, it becomes a lot less it's become a lot less intriguing to me, I guess, like as I've aged. Also,
Yeah,
it's
George
like
grew out of it.
a lot of the activities you could just do without sleeping on the ground outside with a bunch of
Yeah.
bugs. Like, like
Like,
campfires and
sleeping outside is part of the appeal.
yeah, that doesn't appeal to me at all. 0%.
It's definitely I kind of get what RJ's saying. It's definitely a vibe. You can do the same things and also just be like in a cabin or something and have it just be like a campground that has cabins instead of like spaces to pitch a tent. And that's honestly, I could go either way with that. For me, it really boils down to who you go with.
Yeah, that's true.
I would not go camping by myself. That doesn't really sound like a good time. But like if I had like a group of people who were like super into it and are like, oh man, we're gonna do like hiking, we're gonna like there's like a lake or something,
That's
like
the
blah
thing.
blah blah.
That's the thing. Like the nature thing and the hiking is the super appealing thing to me, but I'd rather just like do what we're about to do, where it's like go to a nice Airbnb that you can have sort of like an HQ to come back to and relax and sleep in a bed. Like, and then go in the day and go to like waterfalls and lakes and hikes and like do the outdoorsy stuff, disc golf, whatever, what have you.
Yeah, I mean, I know you definitely can, and that's like your prerogative. I think there's something a little charming about like the vibe of like, okay, we're going off the grid, so to speak.
Yeah,
And it's
absolutely. I really, really like picking out my own campsite. I don't like. I'm not a huge fan of the idea of like, like lawn camping. You've seen the campsites before.
Yeah.
Maybe, probably, where it's like they also do RV camping, so it's just like a big field, and
Yeah,
it's
with
like
a bunch of
put your tent
people.
out there in the big fucking field.
Yeah, with
It's like that
20 other
fucking
people
sucks.
within
Like
like spitting
you have to
distance.
buy a certain space, and it's like
Yeah.
no, like if I'm gonna go camping, I want to go camping. I want to go.
Yeah.
I want to get out there.
Like I definitely think it's a novelty and a
Preferably.
vibe, but I just think the like vibe / novelty wears off super easily, at least for me. Like I can see people who are super into it. I feel like it'd be more of a thing if I was into like hunting. Like cuz it feels like I don't know, like
Maybe
going really
I would want to.
rustically hunting or something seems like
Yeah, that could be cool. I feel like you'd want like like a cabin so that you had a freezer to like
oh, to put the stuff you killed.
yeah
But
to
the
put
thing is, if I went hunting, I
killed
wouldn't kill
into.
anything, so I wouldn't need a
Yeah.
freezer.
yeah, I don't have any interest in hunting. I don't want to kill
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, same here. I mean, I'll do it in Call of the
Hunting
Wild,
just
but
seems fucking boring as shit to me.
it seems like the same
I
thing,
get
but with an
so
objective.
goddamn bored.
It seems like the same thing, but with an
Yeah, but
objective.
like you can fuck around and like you'd like walk around in the woods if you're just camping. But
Hunting is pretty
like
stationary.
90%,
Yeah,
90% of hunting is like, okay, there's a deer blind over there. We got a deer blind set up over there. We're gonna sit in that deer blind for the next 10 hours.
Piss in this
Yeah, I've
bag.
never been
Yeah.
actual hunting, but like
At least
the
that's
impression I
my
get from
That's
like
the vibe.
Call of the Wild is there's a lot of tracking involved. So like that would
Yeah.
include moving, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think there's
'cause
different types of
don't
hunting to be
go-
sure.
most
I think there's
people
different
go
types of hunting
hunting.
to be sure.
Don't track anything they haven't already shot.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I have no clue, to be honest.
Like
but
you
yeah.
probably track a deer that you've shot to like recover it, but like
I'm-
you don't track a deer to find it and then shoot it. You like set up some bait or something.
Yeah,
Dude,
what
I want
sounds
to play Call
appealing
of the
to
Wild
me,
now.
I'm like totally stealing this from one of Andrew's friends, but like he had like the idea of like going hunting, but you go hunting with cameras, not weaponry. So you basically
Yeah.
like you go and then
It's just a
you-
photography
with-
expedition.
yeah, kind of, but like you specifically trying to get shots of like wildlife and
Nah,
like
yeah.
I'd be like paintball.
what?
Tagged him.
What?
Paintball with animals.
That seems
Shoot
worse.
animals with
That seems
paintballs?
less humane than just killing them. 'Cause
Eh,
at least their
Really,
suffering
it's
is
less
over.
humane. It's less
Yeah,
humane.
I think so, because at least they're over, and you're not just scaring them and making them hurt, and then like they go fuck off. Especially a
All right,
small animal. Like
RJ, let me ask you.
that'd be if you shot like a raccoon or a squirrel with a paintball gun. That's a
Well,
that's a
obviously,
slow
yeah,
death.
that's gonna hurt them a lot more than you
Like-
shoot a deer.
Yeah, but it's like I feel like you're more likely to find if you're just a random Joe who goes out into the forest. You're much more likely to find like a squirrel or like a maybe not a raccoon because they're nocturnal, but like a smaller animal.
You have the
than
you
you
have
would a
eyes. You
deer.
can tell that it is a squirrel or a raccoon and not a deer.
So you're saying you want to go on a hike
think
with
most
a
people hunting
paintball
I'm
gun.
saying
deer.
it was a funny bit I had
no,
to go take a paintball gun,
You wanna
and that
go
it is
on a
more
hike.
entertaining to take a
You
paintball
wanna
gun than it
go
is to
on
take a camera.
hike. You want to go on a hike and
Aiming a
lug
camera is so
around.
much easier than shooting a projectile.
Yeah, obviously, but getting an actual good shot takes skill and precision. Like getting a good picture versus
And it
getting
takes
a
more
picture.
to fire a projectile.
Sure, I wasn't comparing them in terms of skill.
I am.
Okay, cool. No one else is.
Then let me make my point and we can move on.
It's a dumb point.
Of course it is. It's nonsense. I'm making it up.
But anyway, I think it would actually be cool to like.
How dare I make a joke on the podcast?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, right?
This podcast isn't for jokes, actually.
Yeah, this is for
This
serious
podcast is for
topics.
interrupting Ryobi.
Yeah.
We should
Not
probably
interrupting
pick up the
me.
pace a bit.
No.
How are we
Well,
putting camping?
Okay. Let me make this point. You interrupted and then say we need to. It would have been over if you hadn't interrupted. Okay. Jesus. What I was saying is, like, I think it would be cool, the idea of hunting, but going with a camera because there's a lot of, like, you know, like it's fun to take cool pictures and, like,
Mhm.
it adds a little bit of a competitive aspect to be like, oh, who can get the best shot, you know, or some of the best shots or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think I
I
would
think there's something satisfying about
killing an animal.
well, just like
God.
killing an animal and eating it.
I guess, but,
Self-sustenance, kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm saying like
I
none
can
of us
see how
have.
it appeals to people.
Yeah, I can
don't
see
have
how
it, though.
hunting appeals to other people. I'm saying for people who hunting
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
appeal to, a good maybe alternative would be
Would be a photography
yeah.
thing.
And another
Yeah.
alternative is paintball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you really want to
guess.
paintball those animals. Okay, where are we putting camping?
C for camping.
That makes sense. Low C.
Huh?
Low C. That this is. I would be so down to go camping, but like I don't have the know-how. I would need someone to kind of just like someone else to be in charge.
Actually,
And I would just
I'd
kinda
probably say
tag along.
low D for me, just because of the sleeping and the bugs. I wouldn't be able to sleep. I almost physically can't camp because I'm such a
I'd put
weird
it in A.
sleeper. So I guess did you say low C, Roby?
I said C.
Okay, so C, A, and low D. I feel like that averages to low B, high C. So I'll put it in C since C is lonely. High C. Wait, no, I guess that would average to a low B.
Low B.
Yeah. I should have said F. F is more accurate. I'm changing my answer to
You know
F,
what I
actually.
think? You know what I think would
No.
be, you know what I think would be really fun is to do like canoe camping.
Yeah, I like canoeing. I like all the outdoor activities. I just would rather do a vacation where you have
Yeah.
a bed at the end of the day. That's the only difference between our opinions, I think. Is like
George needs to
you
travel like a
the-
full like royal retinue,
Yeah.
like Game of Thrones did with like palanquins and
Yeah. I need like a royal
Go on a
guard.
stag hunt.
Yeah.
or what the hell? Yeah, boar
It'd be
hunt or
cool-
whatever
it'd be
they
cool
do.
to, like travel along a river, like stop for the night, set up your tent.
Yeah. Well, except for the tent part. You travel along a river and then you have Airbnbs set up all along the river. Okay, next, cruise. C for cruise. This one's easy. C for camping, C for cruise.
Honestly, I'd see. I think cruise is kind of a C. It's kind of cool to be able to travel around and go to a lot of places, but like
Yeah.
most of your time, you're stuck in what is essentially just a hotel, and
Yeah.
hotels kind of fucking blow.
Yeah, and it's on the sea, and like, I don't know. I have like fears about like not the ocean. Like the ocean beach is fine, but I hate like the idea. Obviously, it would never happen, but the idea of like falling over a boat in just like the ocean where you basically can't see any land. That's very anxiety inducing for me. I don't like the
Sure.
idea of a cruise.
Yeah.
Georgia, do you know the
fine
statistic
with
for like
boats.
people being recovered from falling off like cruise ships or something like that?
Probably very high. I would guess high.
It's not. It's actually
Oh,
really
it's
low.
not?
No.
Damn. That makes me even
Not to
less
make your
likely.
fear worse, but like
Yeah.
it's so hard for them to like, depending on how like rough the water is, it's just the boat
Oh,
is so big
Jesus.
and you are so tiny.
Yeah, D.
It's actually
Low
really
D.
tough to
Yeah.
get
F.
recovered.
No,
So
not F, because that probably wouldn't happen, and there are some amenities that I like, and like I like the idea of
Probably
going to
wouldn't
different
happen
places.
is like an understatement on
Yeah.
like
yeah, the odds that you would have to make multiple safety breaches and mistakes
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
to
true.
fall off in the first place.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
say
you
low
would
C.
you would essentially have to be extremely drunk to fall off. Like
Yeah, which I feel like I would
like,
be if I
a
was on a
healthy
cruise.
a healthy
I would be
sober
drunk.
person is not
You would have to
going
be drunk
be,
and still chew and be able to get over a railing.
Drunk and incompetent.
yeah.
Drunk and yeah,
Stupid.
sad.
Yeah, drunk
Yeah.
and like
Yeah, I'll say
like
low
if
C
you
on this
got
one.
drunk, you have a
Safe for
fear.
cruise ship.
If you
Yeah.
got drunk, you would stay away from the edges of the cruise ship. Probably, you wouldn't start like dangling yourself off. Like,
the edges
weird.
aren't like waist height either.
yeah,
Yeah, I'd
I mean,
say
maybe if you're an NBA player.
yeah. I definitely like I'd go on a cruise before I'd go camping, so I definitely have to
I mean,
rate this higher than camping. I'd say low C. Because I
I'm
like the ocean
sure-
vibes, and I'd like where I'd get dropped off at, like all the
yeah,
Caribbean
I'm
spots.
sure a lot of cruises are kind of like resort where they have like
Water parks and
like-
clubs and restaurants.
they
and,
have
yeah.
stuff to do, and it's like probably all included, maybe all included. I don't know.
Yeah.
If it's all inclusive.
Some of them
A lot
are
of
for
them are.
sure.
A lot
Some
of
of
yeah.
them are for sure all inclusive.
Yeah.
But like I just can't imagine a cruise ship's amenities are really that like
Great.
that great. Like
Yeah.
It depends on the ship.
it's not gonna have a fucking volleyball court.
It
It's
could.
not, like
Yeah,
It
I think some of them do have courts and stuff.
Sport courts,
Yeah.
Yeah.
basketball hoops.
so, some of them probably like
Yeah, I'm not an expert on these because I've
it's
never done
mostly
this.
gonna be like gambling and
Yeah.
Yeah,
like a very small like water park probably.
Here's the thing. I went as a kid, and I think I would like it. I liked it a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I would like it more as a kid than I would
As an
now,
adult.
because I think the adult oriented activities I am less interested in than I am like the kid activities when I was a kid.
Okay.
Same.
I would be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, let's go on the fucking water slide, and then it's like,
Yeah.
oh, we're gonna hit up like the casino and then like go eat at this like one of the like the 10 fancy restaurants on board. I'm like, I don't care.
I
about
think
that.
I think
We'll go to the
I
buffet
think
again.
I would
water
feel
parks.
trapped.
I think
I would-
water
I-
parks
I'm-
would be like are like more appealing to me on just like a base level as an adult, but there's like for some reason a higher level of embarrassment of like go like where I wouldn't go to a water park because I would feel like embarrassed that like oh I'm too quote unquote too old for this or whatever.
No,
But it
nonsense.
But
Wrong.
it seems more
Bad take.
appealing to me than an amusement park. Oh, I got a hot take. Let's go.
No, the hot
Yeah,
take is
let's
the hot
go,
take is
let's
that you're
go.
too old. I'm saying you're not.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
Yeah,
saying don't let your dreams be dreams.
yeah, I guess.
Don't let your dreams
Go to
be
a water
dreams.
park.
Go
Yeah.
to Chuck E. Cheese.
I wish there was an adults only water park where there's no
There probably
kids.
is, dude. I get
Yeah,
it.
there-
Somewhere there is.
Yeah.
I like cruise ships, but I think that might be. I went when I was a kid, and I think I would like it less now.
Mhm.
I think I like the idea of it not being entirely. I really enjoy the feeling of when I went and I could only see ocean around me. That was really cool.
I hate that.
That was super cool for me. I
Yeah.
think it would definitely have to be like in combination with like, okay, it's like a day at sea and then you're at a destination. And
Yeah.
then you can like when you're at the destination, you can do shit on the boat or you can get off and do shit off the boat.
Yeah.
Ideally, I'd like to be at a new destination like every day, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where's everyone rating it? I said low
B.
C. You say B.
I think I'd rather do this than camping, but obviously camping's a lot cheaper. But we haven't
Yeah.
really been thinking about cost too much. So I'm going to say still B.
Probably mid C.
Okay, so I think that averages out to less than camping.
Less than camping?
Yeah.
Oh, because RJ rated camping is S?
No, A, and I said F, and then you said C.
Damn, cruise
I
ship
really
is
wanna
below
go
camping? Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Wait, I would rather go on a cruise ship than camp. And you would rather go on a cruise ship than camp.
Yeah, but you didn't rate camp low enough or cruise ship high enough.
All right.
Because
That doesn't really
you
make
would
sense.
only rather go on a cruise ship than camping by like a little bit.
I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah. I like both. I would do both.
Yeah, because you said B
Yeah.
and C, which is why you didn't really affect the averages too much of either. But I said F for camping.
It tracks. It just sounds stupid, but it makes sense.
Wait, maybe it is supposed to be higher. Now I'm hurting my own head. Oh, it's because RJ said A. That's
it's
why.
It's either
Yeah.
right. It's like right next.
RJ
to it.
is fucking
Yeah.
hard on for camping,
Yeah,
That's why.
I love camping.
which he's allowed to be.
Okay, Lake, this I think has all the positives of camping with none of the negatives. So Lake
Yeah,
I would
this is-
camp on a
This is
lake.
like this is like camping plus the beach resort.
yeah, it's like camping, but you get a
No.
bedroom. So
I don't think there's like a built up. Actually, I don't know. I can't say that for certain. When I hear lake, I do not think of like a huge complex like beach resorts have.
No, you
Yeah.
wouldn't get like a huge complex, but like, or you might. There's decent sized complexes,
I'm
not
sure there is.
maybe
yeah.
not
Yeah.
huge ones, but like
yeah,
there's hotels on lakes.
yeah,
But like the like but like maybe like you wouldn't get everything you'd get at the resort, but like hotel time or not hotel time, like beach time and like a lot of the like I don't like just like chill vibes.
yeah. I'd call this A, which I called beach resort S. So I think it's like I don't know. I like the ocean vibes a bit more and like the resort vibes, but
Yeah, I'm an ocean boy.
yeah, but I stayed at a really cool one where I still got some of the cool positives of like outdoor activities and like going on hikes but with just a little bit more. Like I don't think I'd scuba dive and see fish at a lake resort. You know? what I
Yeah,
mean? So,
probably
like,
not.
Yeah, so I'd say, but I'd call this A for sure. Like great vibes, and I get a bedroom.
My parents and like my dad's family goes on one like
Oh no,
yearly.
sorry. Steam. Some guy logged into Steam and it recorded.
Does that pop up? Is that
yeah,
visible?
it popped up. Yeah, but I'll cover it. George, cover it up at 1 hour 15. I'll definitely remember that.
Well, you remember yourself hearing it. It's whether
Yeah.
you'll do it or not.
Yeah,
It's fine.
I blow it up. I zoom in.
My dad's family goes on one for like a week up north, like yearly,
Mhm.
and so like I went there a lot as a kid, and it's just like you get these like really like tiny cabins, like just like enough space for like technically a kitchen and a bedroom and
Is there
and,
AC?
the AC was never an issue.
Okay.
I don't know if there is AC, but it's like we went far enough north that it never got like
Too hot.
really
See,
too hot at the
yeah.
very least.
When what you're describing, I also would lump under camping.
Yeah, but it's
No,
more like
not
glamping.
if you're not in a tent,
Yeah.
it's not camping.
This is like rustic camping, and this is like
if
glamping
there's
at
a
the
TV, you're
most.
not camping.
Yeah, there's a TV in the. It's
If
like
there's-
cabin lake vibes. It's different than like
yeah,
camping in a tent and like, you know.
But when we were discussing camping, we were talking about both tents and cabins. Are we not?
No, I
No,
was saying that I
George was
prefer
saying
a
that-
cabin, but this
yeah,
isn't a
George was
cabin.
saying
I
he
thought we were
prefers
including
cabin.
both. Okay.
No.
No.
Possibility of both.
This is like cabin camping. Lake
But you can go
vibes.
camping and have campgrounds, and there's cabins on. They're still called campgrounds.
Sure, but
Yeah,
like
so
we're just talking. We're specifically talking about like tent camping versus this is like lake camp. You can call it camping, but it's like
I guess then this
glamping
is-
at most.
I guess then I would just rate it immediately above camping then,
Okay.
if that's the vibe we're going. Because it's really this. The accommodations are different. The activities are the same.
Yeah, but I think the all the negatives about this style of camping, in my opinion, are the accommodations. So like you basically get rid of all of this thing's faults and only get its benefits, which is why I like this. Which is why I call this like an F and this an A, Because my
Also, you're
biggest
not going to
problem.
be able to camp. You're not going to be able to camp on a lakeshore.
Yeah.
No there's no camping property on a lakeshore at all.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Not like a Great Lake.
Yeah, not a Great Lake for sure. Yeah.
I've seen those like RV campgrounds where they had like a
Yeah, there
big
might be
lake,
some
like
RV campgrounds
basically
on
a
like
giant pond.
yeah, there might be some RV campgrounds on like a Great Lake or something like that, but there
Yeah.
won't be good campgrounds on a Great Lake.
Yeah, like where you get your own private campsite
Yeah.
where you're
Like
not in
I don't
spitting distance of another camper or of like
yeah,
5 other
exactly.
campers. Yeah.
I don't want to like be able to hear strangers.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be able to hear their conversation from
Or inside our tent.
yeah,
Or
from
inside our
inside our tent.
cabin or whatever.
Yeah. Just like cabins really close together, not a whole like bunch of them. So like my family gets pretty much like all but like 1 or 2 of them for
Mm,
like a whole week.
yeah.
And then it's just chill vibes.
Yeah.
And then if you want to go somewhere and do something, you can go somewhere and do something.
Okay, so what are we ranking this?
It's pretty cool.
I think I would say B.
I'd say A.
And I honestly, now that we've talked about it, I think I would bump regular camping down.
Oh, okay. So I think this gets a. What would you bump it
I
down
think
to?
it goes to low C, right? If you
Well, it
bump
depends what
down.
is bumping it down to.
What's in front of it?
Cruise.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. And so I said A, RJ, or Ryobi says B. What do you say, RJ?
This is like I don't know, but obviously I have a lot of really good experiences with it.
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna give it my personal S of approval.
Okay, so it's basically
Maybe.
tied. What
It's
did we rank
like
this?
it's
I
low
can't
S,
remember.
high A.
I
Yeah.
rated Beach Resort as A. I think
said
I
George.
think
S.
we all right.
You
I
you
think we
both said
all
A and I
rated
said
it
S.
A.
So I think
Yeah.
Beach is higher, but this is like
Yeah.
basically they're very close to each other. But
Yeah,
that's
they're
just below.
they're basically the same thing. There's like
Just with a
each one
different
has
beach.
yeah. It's like you either get
Different
the
bodies of
amenity
water.
of being able to
Yeah.
like go do whatever you want
It's
like at
basically
any
like
time,
this.
or do you have people cook all your food for you?
Yeah, it's like this is slightly more private. This is slightly better accommodations. So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, this one's gonna rank low, but
And I go for I like privacy is like better for me than accommodations.
yeah, and I'd slightly prefer accommodations, but
Uh-huh.
yeah. Okay, partying trip where you go somewhere to party and go to clubs and drink, etc. Maybe a concert. A concert would work well with this. You know, that
I don't
sort
think
of
that's the
vibe.
same
I like going
thing.
I'm for
Oh.
like for me when I went to a concert like a DJ
I
concert
really like
set in
going.
LA, it was almost indistinguishable from
But is that like
clubbing.
but is that what you're doing the entire vacation?
Well, I feel like the vibe is like you plan a trip around this. So like
Yeah,
like
but that's not quite the
Like
same
a
thing as that
music
being like
festival or something.
you're not doing it the
music
majority of the
festival
time.
type would
A music
fit into
festival
this.
would be different. A music festival would be different because it's multiple days long
Yeah,
sort of thing.
but they have
Yeah,
like
I think that's
mean,
the
you-
idea. Maybe you could
go clubbing
roll
multiple
a-
days in a row.
I'm saying
Yeah.
concerts, unless you're going to the same site to see somebody perform multiple nights in a row.
Yeah, but I'm saying you could like say Friday night you see a concert and then Saturday and Sunday night you go to a club. It's like the idea is like you're going on a vacation to party and dance and drink, etc. That sort of vibe. Like we're definitely melting different ideas into the same thing, but it's like I feel like they all have basically the same vibe.
This is
Similar vibe, sure.
Yeah.
high D, low C, maybe.
Yeah.
Specifically, if you're going to a music festival. If you're going clubbing, it's like low
F.
D,
F.
high F.
Yeah, I'd say this
It's
is
like F.
this
Music
is
festival, I
probably-
would maybe be down for. I don't think I would go on the other things.
Yeah.
D is fine for me.
I'd call this low C. So you both say D, I say low C. That averages out to a D.
Yeah, I'm okay with live music, but like I'm also just like there's not really anyone I particularly want to go see, and I definitely am not a club person. I would wear earplugs to the club if they would let me in with them.
Yeah, I like the club when I'm drunk enough to not care what people think of me, or like You know what I'm saying?
That is the vibe. Yes.
Yeah. So D for drunk. Yeah, that works out.
Yeah, D for drunk.
for
That's
drunk.
fine.
Yeah.
Only if I'm drunk.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what this tier means. It means only if I'm drunk. Okay.
And F is
Fuck me, I'm not doing that.
definitely not.
Fuck me, I'm not doing that. Okay.
Or that.
Amusement park.
I've
This is
only gone.
F.
I've only gone to Cedar Point, and like,
I hate amusement parks.
you can't stay. You can't stay overnight at Cedar Point, and you wouldn't want to.
No, there are hotels near. Some people go to these things and then go multiple days.
It
And you can
depends
have
on
the
the-
season
yeah.
pass. Some people do
Yeah.
go multiple days. Yeah, they
I've been to
definitely
like
I
a couple
definitely would
different.
not want to plan like a vacation around going
Maybe
to
not.
like Cedar Point. Like maybe Disney World, because I think there's a lot more stuff other than rides at Disney World.
True.
Yeah, and
Very
you
true.
can also go to Universal and stuff.
Yeah, but like the amusement park I have experienced, it's like 80 to 90% waiting in lines.
Yeah, and I was in high school. I was in LA dating a Disney teen, would eventually become a Disney adult. And she made us get the season pass, and so I've been to Disneyland probably 50 plus times at least, and I have like borderline trauma. And then when I went to Cedar Point again recently,
Call it what it is. It is.
yeah. And then when I went to Cedar Point again recently, it just hurt. Like as an adult, I swear to God, it just hurts more. Like I hurt my neck and it hurt my back, and I just like was uncomfortable standing in lines for like the
God.
ratio of lines to actual fun is so it's not worth it. It's like 90% of your time is in lines.
Not only that, but like not even all the time on the rides is fun. And,
Yeah, exactly.
Like good.
Yeah, because like climbing up is like I hate it's just boring.
Yeah.
It's like and like that's half the ride a lot of the time because like you're going so much faster when you're actually over the hill. So yeah, I would call this low D, high F, bad.
Same.
Ooh,
I think this is another.
I think I call F. Maybe.
yeah, I call high F.
For me, this is a cruise ship situation where I think I liked it a lot more as a kid, and I haven't been recently. I think I would still enjoy it. Here's the other thing. You two are picturing the like worst case scenario theme park experience. I think there is a way to make this more enjoyable. It just takes more planning around.
Yeah, which I also hate.
Maybe, but like when we went to Cedar Point
maybe.
together,
Yes, it is.
We did not go at like peak times.
Yeah.
Right?
Also, when I was
You're only talking.
So.
Your only exposure is
Also-
Cedar Point, though.
Also, when I went to Disneyland, like we had the pass, and I went like
I don't have any
like,
other.
I went tens and tens of times, and it's like the average was long lines. And I know Disneyland is one of the most popular parks in the world.
George had
like,
a lot of the average experience is subpar. It's not good.
Yeah.
If you get a good experience,
it's still subpar.
it's
just
it's
not
pretty good.
as subpar.
It's pretty good.
No, it's still.
But
subpar.
you have to plan around it, and it's
You have to pick the specific right one that other people don't go to.
And they probably don't go to it for a reason.
One that a magical amusement park that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It does. Okay.
Okay, what would you rate it, right?
You do have to kind of thread the needle, and that adds a layer of frustration
I'd go
stress.
to I'd go to Adventure Park, the amusement park that was shut down because it was too dangerous.
Yeah. I would rather
The entire-
explore an
Sounds fun.
abandoned amusement park than go to an actual amusement park.
Yes!
That sounds funner to me.
Oh my god,
All right.
I'd love to explore
All
like any
right.
abandoned place.
Yeah. Like we went to this is such a derailing, but I'll be quick. We went to Kansas City with my
Possible.
I guess ex-friends. I don't talk to them anymore, but a couple of years ago, and we just we all found this abandoned building and just went up different levels and explored it and found like an abandoned train and stuff, and it was
Are you
like
sure you didn't just kill them?
That's so fucking
it was
cool.
so fun. Yeah.
That's so cool.
George is the
I
only
want
one
to do that so bad.
Yeah.
George is the only one who came back from that trip.
Now I'm too scared to because I'm just like, oh, someone will catch us trespassing and I'll be arrested or something,
That's not what I'm scared of. What I'm scared of is running into like
a
a
homeless,
crackhead.
a homeless crazy person.
George is scared they'll find the bodies.
Yeah.
The cops get involved.
Okay.
But
Right,
I'm
homie.
not sure if I'm scared enough to not like
Do it.
explore an abandoned building.
Yeah, I don't know if I found a cool one, I don't know what would win, my intrigue or my fear. But anyway,
Yeah.
Ryobi, I'm once again asking,
What's
what would you rate
what's
this?
the bottom of C
Camping, rustic camping.
and what's the middle of C?
Oh, sorry, the bottom right. This isn't ranked. This is what we're ranking. The bottom.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I would put it above camping, but in C.
Okay,
You'd
so
put it
so that's
above-
2F.
Above rustic camping, yeah. A good
I don't
a
So-
good camping
Not
experience.
going to be used.
A good rustic camping experience is about as likely for me as like a good theme park experience. I think you have to kind of thread the needle a little bit and get like the perfect storm going.
So this
A
was
lot of things have to go right.
This
but
is
if they
two
do
Fs
go
and
right,
mid
it's a lot of
C, and this was an in between D and F, an F, and a high D. So I guess that's lower. So it goes like that. I think.
Yeah.
I feel like even if it was actively raining, you'd still have to wait like half an hour for a 3-minute roller coaster.
That is the
Yeah,
one.
It can rain in,
the
it can
one-
rain in
Wait,
camping
I have
too.
a counter to that. I have a counter. Yeah, raining in rustic camping would be awful. But also,
That's true.
I have a counter to
But
that.
but
when I
even, even when it's raining,
wait. I have a
when
story.
the lines
that's
would be
really
the
relevant.
shortest, it's still not worth it.
No. I have a counter to that. Like we went to. It was raining at the beginning of the day. One time when me and that ex we went to Universal this time instead of Disney, and
Switch it up a bit.
yeah, and
She's a traitor.
it rained in the beginning of the day, but then stopped raining. Basically, by the time we got there probably around noon or 1 or something, and it was like empty. Like it was like
Really?
you know that super popular Harry Potter ride where you go through Harry
No.
Potter and part of it is screens and part
No.
of it isn't. Well, basically, it's the super popular ride at Universal where like you go through Hogwarts on like a broom. Well, you're in like a ride thing, but you're supposed to be on a broom, and like half of it is screens and half of it is like structures and stuff.
It's like
Actually
a
moving
virtual
around and stuff.
experience.
Yeah. That ride like usually has like an hour and a half to 2 hour wait, and we would walk onto it. It was crazy. That was the best experience that I've had going to an amusement park, was when it rained in the morning and that stopped.
So that's the only time an amusement park can be fun.
Yeah, you have to get super lucky. It's basically like a lottery. Most of the time it's an F, and then it can sometimes be a B. But it's like most of the time it's still going to be an F.
But
so.
that B is really fun.
The B is, yeah, it's pretty fun. Yeah. Okay. Next is road trip. So this is like specifically like, again, this is one where
I
like
can't
you
sit
can
in
take
cars for super long anymore.
where you like road trip. Like this one you can road trip to like some of these other ones, but this is specifically like you plan a trip where the trip itself is the road trip. Yeah. Just to clarify.
You spend a week driving out west or something.
Yeah, and you go to like the different cool sites along the way or whatever. Which in some parts are kind of few and far between, but like, this for me, I really like driving, and I
also like driving. It's just like for some reason recently, I don't know if it's new cars or me aging or something, like sitting in a car for a long period of time hurts my back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like it also hurts my back, but then usually the seat warmer mitigates a large chunk of it, at least for me. Like,
wait, do you have your seat warmer on like all the time?
Not all the time, but when my back starts hurting, like I'll turn the seat warmer on, and then my back is like not at 100%, but goes back up to like, I don't know, an 85, 90%.
I can also mitigate it to a degree.
That's never occurred to me to use the seat warmer other than like being cold.
Oh yeah, it really helps with your back.
I've used the seat warmer to
never occurred to me.
As well.
That's a life hack.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it'll work for me because I
don't know. I think
I love singing in the car with friends or another Steam person. Get out of here.
I do think it would be cool. I do think it would be kind of cool to do like a road trip where we got like either we drove individually and like met up like every night or at every destination, or we got like a big bus.
Yeah. For me, road trip, it has to be all in the same vehicle, because then if it's not, you lose a lot of like the fun, like listening to music, singing, seeing the sights together type of vibe, where it's just like you're kind of all just taking individual, like you get all of the bad.
Yeah. Like obviously you have to do it with other people. I did like I think we could do it as couples rather than like
hey, what the fuck?
Yeah. I guess.
What the hell?
I would definitely rather do like
Mhm.
not necessarily an RV, but like a big bus, or like someone has a big enough car
Yeah,
where it's
like
like
a
it's
van,
roomy enough. Like yeah,
a
a
big
van
van.
or like an explorer sized vehicle type of thing, where it's
Yeah,
like people have room to stretch their legs out and stuff.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I would rate this kind of like high B ish for me. I like the
This
driving. I like the
is.
sightseeing.
I like the idea of this, I think, a lot more than I would like it in practice. I don't enjoy being in the car for any length of time.
I think this is low C for me.
Hmm.
The closest that I would come to this is probably like still it's kind of the same thing, but it's like a lot of national parks you kind of have to experience like through a car as you like drive through them.
Yeah.
You could spend like all day in the car, like or like getting out every so often and like doing that. And I think that is like I enjoy doing that. Like
Mhm.
you can like, oh, you drive here, you like get out, you walk a bit, take some pictures. Oh, there's like drive here, then there's like you're sightseeing the entire time, and
Yeah.
then like you take a hike out here, spending hours on a highway, just
Well,
and
no,
then like
you have to do
Yeah, you
highways
do
off.
do avoid highways.
Yeah, you have to do back roads because it's
Yeah,
more scenic. It's literally called the scenic route.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm what? Not
You don't
depend
use
what
highways. Highways are not for enjoying driving. They're for getting to places.
Yeah.
yeah,
You're not
when you
you're
say
not
road
getting to
trip and you say
places.
don't use highways,
Yeah.
something goes wrong in my brain.
No, because you want it to be more
But
scenic
don't
and
use
more about the
freeways.
journey. Yeah, less about like it's not like getting from point A to point B. It's literally about the journey on a road trip. It's
Yeah,
about like
and a
I
highway
guess
is a horrible journey.
yeah.
I guess I'm my idea when you say going out west and you're saying don't use highways. I'm like you have
Well, that
to.
was just an
It's too
example.
far. Yeah.
I think like
I'm not I
it's
don't have a good
better
concept of
If you took
scale.
long enough, you could easily do it off of highways.
No, I think it's better to do like maybe like East Coast and like he's saying I don't know if you're exactly saying this, but what he made
Up
me
and
think of
down
is
the
like
East Coast.
yeah, like
Even up
visiting
and down
state
the East Coast
parks.
is pretty far.
Well, like I'm thinking this takes like it's
Yeah.
kind of like the Europe backpacking trip where it's like it's a longer one than some of these other ones. Like it's not like a long weekend. It's like a 2 or 3 weeks type of deal where
Yeah.
you're like
Yeah.
stopping every night at a different
I
maybe
guess this
motel
is
or something like that.
this is kind of the backpacking equivalent in
For the
Europe, but
US, yeah.
for the
Yeah, it
US.
really is.
But I'd rather be doing backpacking than because I don't have to sit in a
Yeah.
car for it.
Yeah, I could see that. I think there's reasons I'd rather do this one though because like you get AC and it's less expensive because you don't have to get international flights and like there are definitely some things that I prefer about this. But yeah, gun to my head,
Yeah.
like I'd probably pick backpacking through Europe because
There might be like some. That's the other thing. I spend a lot more time thinking about like, oh, where would I want to go in Europe than like. There's probably like a good routes in the
yeah,
U.S. to do this for. I just don't know them because I've never really thought about it.
yeah.
Because like it'd be the same thing where you kind of have to plan out exactly what your stops to like the same level of like detail
Yeah, I think
that you
there's
would
like
do like a
a
thing in Europe.
niche kind of subculture around this
I'm
where it's
sure
like
there is, but like
a lot of
I
people
just
Yeah.
do
I'm just
love
not exposed to it.
the
You know
vibe.
what's interesting? There's a kind of a race. I'm not.
Mm.
You might have
The
heard of
Amazing
it.
Race.
No, it's the Oh fuck, what's it called? Uh, the something or another run. I think.
The beer
Well,
run.
I can't think of what it's called. It's like an unsanctioned race. Between the coasts.
Yeah,
That is definitely not a road trip, RJ. You are on freeways for that for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not. A
You're
road
talking about like
trip.
the whatchamacallit, like land record for getting from coast to coast.
Yeah,
yeah.
And they have like they like modded their car, extended gas tanks,
yeah.
going like
Yeah.
120.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
I have read
they
about that a little bit
they
too.
set the record. They set what they probably think is the unbeatable record during
The
lockdown.
pandemic. Yeah.
Yeah, because there
Because
was
there's
less
Nobody's on
nobody
the
out on
roads.
the roads and
Yeah.
like no police officers out, so they could like floor it most of the way, and they did it in like 23 hours something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I drove from Detroit-ish area to LA to move, it took us like 30 hours or something.
Uh-huh.
Oof.
So that was rough. But like that we were taking freeways and it wasn't like an adventure type of thing. It was like a get from point A to
slog.
point B. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
a slog style. But yeah. I would rate this high B, probably.
Low C.
All right, RJ.
Also, low
Maybe
C.
maybe high D. High D.
Okay,
I wouldn't
so
want to
that-
drive. I'm there's might be a nice way to do it, but I just don't know enough about it to know
Wow.
if that's for sure or not.
Yeah.
High D.
I wonder if that's our hottest take. I don't know. It probably isn't. Probably the amusement park is our hottest take.
Probably, but you're justified.
Yeah. Okay, skiing trip.
I can't be mad at you for that ski trip.
I've only done this as a kid, but I liked it okay.
I'd say it holds up. It's one of the things. It's like, yeah, it's not super age dependent.
I just don't like.
You
like
won't
I
enjoy it
fell a
less if
couple
you don't enjoy
times,
it.
and then you get snow all up in like sort of like the, underneath your snow pants, or like, maybe up your coat a little bit, and it just ruins like your next hour or two. And it's like, so that has to dock at some points for some, but it's very unique.
Like being out in the cold.
George is like, I fell down once, and
I
it
get
was the
very
No,
worst
cold
day of
I
my
found
very
out.
life.
easily.
I found out enough. Like I've gone on these types of trips, one snowboarding, one skiing, 2 times, and I remember falling down, like because I was brand new to it. But I remember falling down.
Yeah, you
multiple
gotta.
times a day.
There's a
Also,
there's
it
a
sounds like
a
also it
barrier
sounds like
to entry. A little
Yeah.
bit.
like it's fun if you're skilled and athletic. Oh, that doesn't sound very good to me.
Yeah.
Well,
But it's
yeah, you
very
gotta-
unique and it is very fun. When
I
you
would
get a
love to
slope
do-
with
I would
no
love to
errors,
do it
it's very
once.
fun.
It's
I would
it's
love to do it once.
it's not fun to go on a ski trip with a bunch of people and then you spend the day learning how to ski and then everyone else
Is having fun
Yeah.
skiing.
spending this time skiing or
Yeah,
snowboarding.
skiing, which is how I experienced it.
You
But I
want to
still had
go
fun,
with people of
but
the same skill level as you, I would
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
that'll be our next
I think
corporate trip.
it's also I think
3HAWT1
the
trip,
most
it'll be
important
skiing.
part about a ski trip to me is lodgings.
Lodgings were kind of like, I'm usually the guy who's like lodgings really matter, but lodgings like
You're
so
you're
little
spending
of my memory
Yeah,
had anything to do with the lodging. Like we did
You
have
need-
pretty
Yeah.
nice lodgings.
you're
but
so tired.
yeah, you
at the
just
end of the
wipe
day,
out. Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
really you if there's like a
That's
hot
true.
tub, you're fucking stoked that they have a hot tub. And then
Yeah.
you like fucking chill in that and then I don't know, have like an okay dinner, probably drink if you're of age, and then pass out.
I would probably call this high B again. This is high B for me.
I haven't
have
gone
no
skiing
idea.
in a
It's hard to
long
say.
time.
I've
Hi B.
never done skiing.
What else is in B?
Just backpacking through Europe. B for backpacking.
Ooh.
But those are averages, so it's not necessarily what
I'd
you
rather-
ranked it.
If given the
Yeah.
opportunity to do both, I would rather go backpacking, but skiing I have a lot more opportunity to do.
Yeah, but again, the
I'd say both.
back,
Yeah, B.
backpacking being in B though is an average, so it's like
Yeah,
it-
and part of the reason it's in B is because of the,
The cost.
opportunity
Because-
cost.
yeah,
Because
Because it takes a month.
yeah.
yeah.
You're giving up a lot of
Skiing's a lot more
work
accessible.
or
B.
whatever. Okay,
B tier.
yeah, I'd say high B. RJ.
I think B. Yeah.
Okay, so I'd say that just because we all said B and then I said high B, it feels like it should be slightly above this. I can't remember what our individuals were for this. 'Cause it was so
3HAWT1
long
ski trip
ago.
next?
Yeah, maybe. Okay,
Dude,
sports
I know
trip.
some people in Colorado.
Sports trip.
Yeah, I'll go. I'm
This
down.
might be an F.
Yeah,
What is
I'm
this?
trying to think.
This is
What?
like you're traveling to see like sport.
Yeah, like the
happening.
World Cup or the Olympic or the Super Bowl
Yeah.
or
I
whatever.
think I would get bored.
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. This is
Maybe
probably
if I was
like
really, if it was like if I went to see if I went to like the finals, the worlds for competition for like League of Legends, maybe I'd still get bored
yeah, for me,
Yeah.
this is
That's
like
the only
mid C.
because it's also like days of it's multiple days of the event. I think
And
the
it's
Olympics
so
would be cool to
expensive
see.
if you're going to a good event.
yeah,
Like,
if you're going to
Yeah.
the Olympics, it's probably incredibly expensive.
yeah. And
And-
it's not
Damn.
even just the
then it's
tickets
like-
because it inflates everything around it. It
Yeah,
inflates
it's like the whole-
every other cost. So it's like,
Yeah, because it's just like tourism goes out so high.
yeah,
up.
the demand
They're just
goes
like
up.
they're
and-
trying to
yeah.
capitalize it while they can because they got to make up all the money that they spend on the event.
Yeah.
Cool. I think it'd be cool to go to the Olympics. I don't think I would rate it very high otherwise. And I think I have an idea of what it would be like or what it could be like, and it's probably not going to live up to it.
Yeah.
Low
Oh.
C, I guess.
Yeah.
Low C.
I'd say mid C, and RJ says F. So that's probably bottom of C or top of D. I'd say bottom of C. Let's just leave it where it is. Okay.
I'd much rather go to like a music festival.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
But we're lumping that in with all the other like
This
clubbing
could
in
be the
general.
hot take. I think music festivals are overrated. Having said that, I've never been to one, but they seem completely overrated. It seems sweaty and bad and like I don't
You're
know.
out. It depends on you're
Super
outside. It might be a
expensive.
good time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
it is horrifically expensive.
Well, the big ones, yeah.
Yeah, and it feels like kind of like I don't know.
Ravey. I'm not really into the whole rave.
Yeah, yeah, me either.
Wait, what's this one you're holding?
This is staycation. So you just take time off and play video games.
I'm sad. That's what I do that all the time. F.
Yeah, yeah. I think this is very low.
I'm going to do that once we're done with the podcast. F.
Yeah, I'd say
This might be an F.
Yeah, F. The only F. Staycation.
No, it's
I would rather do this than go to an amusement park, though. So I guess I'll say
It's
low
a
D.
Well, it's good. You get a pass, but
Yeah.
it's a D.
Low D.
It's not. It has to be the bottom of D.
Yeah, bottom of D for me. And
It
you
should
said
be.
F.
It should be
Are you
F,
saying
but I will
low
accept
F?
bottom of D.
Are you saying low F?
Low F,
Robbie?
yes.
I'll say that's top of F then, because I want to have an F tier.
I want to have
so-
something in
Yeah.
F.
Yeah. Okay.
We
If
made-
anything's
We
going in F,
demanded
it's
George
F.
make an F tier.
Yeah. Okay.
this?
Historical urban. So this is like you go to a city, go to museums, go sightseeing of like the oldest shit they have, etc.
Oh, that's what. This is basically what I did in Croatia.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this
This is
is
S.
what you do. This is basically sightseeing.
S
in
for
a city.
sightseeing.
S.
Yeah, S.
It depends on the place, though. I mean, I guess you'd only
Yeah.
go to a place that you're interested in.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah. So you curate it.
yeah,
so.
true.
I mean, maybe
I could do this
you
in
also
like
go to a place you can get to and like.
yeah, you could do this
Yeah,
in like
that's
New York
true.
or something, and it's
But
like,
it's like even places that I didn't necessarily choose. Like when we did this in school for like China and stuff, I thought it was like some of the funnest stuff that I've
oh
done.
man,
So I would
Is
call
this-
this S.
is this S?
Yeah.
Fuck.
S,
It's very specific.
S for specific.
It's dependent on where you go.
But
It's-
as George
I
said, you would
think-
only
I
do
think
it for somewhere you were interested in going to.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And I
What do you
feel
mean,
like
maybe?
Every big city, like even like I've been to like Chicago and Cleveland with my dad, and even those were fun. And like Cleveland's a shit city, and it
Yeah,
was still
I had
fun.
a great time in Cleveland.
Yeah,
I was in the best parts of it, but
yeah.
But I had a good time.
Like,
Yeah,
even
I
that's my only
taking-
I don't know
exposure
if
to
I could
Cleveland.
have a good time in Chicago.
I don't know. What
Chicago is awesome. There's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and unless that's in
That's
Cleveland.
not Chicago.
Oh, that was Cleveland. I
That's
get them
Cleveland.
mixed up because I took them both when I was like with my dad when I was 11 and 12 or some shit like that. But I
Ah.
remember loving both of them. So
Chicago
just
has
like
an
walking
airport.
around a really big city, except for New York. I hate New York. The hot take.
I was just thinking, like,
New
it
York
would
sucks.
be relaxing.
Yeah, yeah,
The
Yeah, if you
problem
don't-
with
if you don't
the
like
problem
cities,
with this is
obviously you're
that
not
it's
gonna like it.
relaxing.
And it's not cheap.
yeah. That's
Usually.
the other thing. There is a cost, but I
But
call this
like,
S.
like even if you like cities and stuff, like you have to do a lot of this stuff on a schedule to like.
I mean, kind of
able
on
to-
a
You gotta plan it out a
schedule.
little bit.
'Cause you
Not
can't-
as much as
'cause
some of
you
these
can't
other
just
things.
fucking vibe in a city.
You kind
Yeah,
of
you
can.
I would say it's
I basically just vibed in London before. Like, just we go to cafes or museums and stuff, and you don't need that strict of an itinerary.
And say that's London though.
Yeah, I mean, but like, exactly, you can pick the city.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you could kind of vibe.
what else is an A? Beach and what?
I think it's
Beach,
much
beach and
harder.
beach.
I think it's much harder to vibe in a city
I don't think so. I think this is a very
Mm.
vibey vacation.
for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Obviously, if you don't like
For-
cities, then yeah.
For me, this would be a thing where I'd be like, okay, let's get a tour program to like let's get a program to take me on a tour
I
or
kinda like-
something.
This kind of goes against what I was saying about the school trips, but I kind of vehemently disagree. Like, I hate when trips are too overly scheduled. Like, especially when it's like a tour program and it's someone else's plan that I don't get to curate, Like, I prefer like a
Yeah.
more adventure-y aspect where it's just like, for this day, let's just walk and see what we can see and just go into places that look interesting or whatever.
Yeah, I just wait when it comes to cities like that it's kind of interesting, but also I'd much rather be going to like museums, and if I want to see like all the like nice museums and stuff, like you're not gonna do that just like wandering unless you have like a shitload of time.
Well, like, you don't need a strict. I would want to do that too, but you don't need a strict itinerary to do that. You can just Look up the.
I think George is
Sure,
saying
if
it.
you wouldn't miss a bunch
Geor-
of stuff.
George is
How would
saying
you
that
miss
this
stuff? You
this
just say-
this square we have this square we have on the tier list encompasses both of those, whichever you prefer.
Yeah. It's like if I go to a city, I go to museums. We just Google the museums we want to go to, see their opening time, and it's like a loose plan of like, okay, this day around
Yeah.
midday we want to go to the museum, and we don't miss stuff. We go to the museum. I mean, you have to miss stuff because cities are so big, but we don't
Yeah,
miss the stuff we
I've-
really want to see. I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you might have to have a little bit more of a schedule if you're with a group. Obviously, when you're with
Yeah,
a
the
group,
bigger the group, the more schedule.
everything's harder. I've done this myself when I was in DC. Like my brother lived in DC, and I was like visiting him, but he had to work, and then I was like, all right, I'm on my own during the day. Let's go to the zoo. And then I went to the zoo by myself, and I was like, what museums are near here? Oh, let me check maps. Oh yeah, I'll just wander in here because everything's fucking Smithsonian and it's like free and shit.
Yeah.
Oh man,
this
DC was
fucking
great.
Slaps.
I want to go to DC so bad. That's one of the places I haven't been.
Next time after the
Yeah.
ski trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It'll be our third
This
trip.
this is A. I don't know.
This is S for me. Hi, S.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, there's definitely cities I don't want to do this in.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I just don't go there. I don't do that thing in there.
But this kind of like is what I would do in Europe too. Like
This
like
is like
backpacking.
This is backpacking,
Yeah.
but if you did it for like a week, which is what I did in
Yeah.
Croatia.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like I would want to go to like I don't know some place like Napoli and just see all the cool old shit and like go see museums and cafes
Yeah.
and whatever and go shopping a little bit.
Yeah, the
etc.
novelty definitely doesn't wear
Yeah.
off or wears off a lot slower when it's a foreign country.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you definitely like this is something you go overseas for.
Not necessarily. Like I said,
Well,
I
yeah,
liked
not
it in
necessarily.
Chicago.
You can
and-
spend
Montreal is probably
longer
fine.
doing it overseas.
well, like I
I would
liked
not
it even
spend
in
a week.
Chicago.
I would not spend a week in Chicago.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
like it's just like if it's in your own country, it feels more like a long weekend thing. Whereas like if it's in a foreign country, it feels more like a week thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also you got to make that plane ticket worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah
yeah.
man, is this S or is it A? RJ, what are you thinking?
This is A for me.
A.
Say S, right? So we can actually have an
if
S.
You
if I
gotta
get
have
to go
something
to-
in S. What is
Yeah.
the last one?
Vineyard, which
If
is
I-
not going
if
to be
I get
S.
That's not it. It's the put this in.
Yeah, this is S.
Vineyard's not making it. Sorry, bud.
I don't
Yeah.
know where Vineyard is. Can we put Vineyard as the second F?
Yeah. We're about
Yeah,
to
let's-
do a vineyard, like wine country, but we're
Nah,
not going
put
to
it
go
in
to
F.
the vineyards. But this is not
I have
that
zero-
bad.
I just don't know what the fuck would you even do at a vineyard.
You get fucking
Other than
blitzed
pay-
on
Dude,
wine
no,
at
this is like-
midday.
We're going on a
That's
trip.
it.
Like what I called this file is wine
To, like,
country.
wine
Like we're
country.
going on a trip to wine country. There's other stuff to do besides
That's
vineyards.
true.
Yeah, I
It's
should have
like
done my
you can go on
research.
hikes and stuff like
Not-
that. But yeah, we have no interest in wine, so there's definitely gonna be lower. I would call
Well-
this like low C, maybe. But you still get to
Nah,
do the.
F.
I would call it low C. Right? I'd be saying
It's
F.
like would I do the other shit before I would go to a winery?
Yeah.
I guess so. Wait, what's the last one in F? No, staycation is the bottom of F. Staycation's bottom of F.
Yeah.
No, wait, staycation is so much worse. It belongs in its own tier.
Yeah.
Bottom of D.
Okay, so he says bottom of D. I'd say like mid C. Like, because you could still do hikes and other shit along with the wine. And I don't hate wine.
You could
Like, I
take a
don't hate
tour,
drinking.
walk around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's tours. Yeah, I'd
But,
call
yeah.
it
Yeah, I
mid
just
C.
feel like unless you're like a wine aficionado, I
Yeah.
feel like
You're definitely not gonna
winery
appreciate it
tour
as
would be
much.
boring.
Yeah.
It might be. It might be.
Yeah. But I feel like C is boring. F is bad.
That's true. That's true. No, C is no because these are vacations.
C is like fun with flaws.
D
but
is
I,
boring. C
yeah, D is boring.
C-
Yeah,
C
that's
is
fair.
situational.
fine.
Yeah, C is like it has its place, I guess. I would.
There
Still,
is
I
a
would still say this
world
has its
in which
place.
it works.
I'd say low C then.
This-
You
this
guys
is
convinced
low
me
D.
for low C. So you say low
This is
D.
low D.
You both say low D, and I say low
Possibly,
C.
yeah.
So I
Bottom
guess
of C
that's-
is fine by me, but also top of D is fine by me. I don't
Yeah.
think it's better than anything in D. I think it's better than everything in D, but it's not better than anything in C.
Yeah, so high D seems fair. All right,
Yeah,
this is
I
our
don't- I
tier
don't
list.
think it's good enough.
Boom,
to be
bam,
in
boom.
C.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah. Well, I mean, I would if this was my
I
own
like-
personal tier list, I would probably put it in low C. But with
right,
the
well.
average, it doesn't deserve to be in C. I agree. Is kind of what I'm saying. But yeah, this is our tier list of vacation ideas. I did this because we're probably gonna be off next week because we're going on vacation. Wait, no, it's gonna.
It's not
because-
next week.
Wait, it's It's like at least
Hold your freaking horses, bud.
It's
now,
not-
I think.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Dude, I have like.
No. But this comes out next. It is next week because
Oh
we
yeah, you're
record
publishing
in
the week
advance.
after.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I was right. How dare you?
Oh well, but we won't not upload the next week because we'll have right, or maybe we won't because we'll be using someone else's internet.
Yeah,
I mean,
it'll
we'll still be
depend.
we'll still be like recording during the week next week.
Yeah.
RJ's kind of right, and also just don't.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, all I said is we're going on vacation next week. But yeah, I was about to say that we're probably going to miss next week. But no, we're probably going to miss the week after.
The week we did, yeah.
Yeah.
The week after we go on the trip.
Unless we can force Ryobi into
Yeah.
a
I
recording.
don't think
Who
it'll be
knows?
good. I don't think it'll be good.
I think
It'll
I
be
think
novel.
the energy
It'll at least
will
be
way
novel.
better. I think the energy will be way better.
I think it'll suck.
And
I think
it'll
I'll
at
hate
least
it.
be novel.
I'll have to look at your
Yeah.
faces even more.
Yeah, and we'd have
Yeah.
to frame
You have to look at my
out
face.
unless you wanna unless you wanna do
Or we
your
could
face
make
reveal.
out one of the two.
Yeah.
No,
So we have
not on the pod.
we'd have to either frame you out or do a face reveal. So there is that.
Fuck.
But I think it would be novel.
If I printed out like a sheet of printer paper that zoomed in
Or
on my
we
face,
could do no faces.
Yeah, I guess
I think audio only might be
Pure audio.
the play.
Oh, just go audio only. I see what you're saying. But then,
Yeah.
so we just put like our logo on screen because we're
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
video podcast.
I mean, we could share our screen for anything that required
At
the
our
screen to be shared. We
Yeah.
could record our screen for any like web browser nonsense we have to do.
Yeah,
but
that's
we just
true.
wouldn't have our faces.
And then do
Yeah.
maybe just my face. No, okay. Yeah, we'll decide. But maybe in like a couple weeks there'll
I
be a
think we're
missed
making
week. Who knows?
progress here.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway. I had a very slight, not really even correction, but I'm just bringing up something random that we brought up ages ago. We were talking about
How dare you?
That's what I intended correct. That's what
Just go. Rip it off.
I
Yeah.
intended corrections to be.
Rip it and rip it.
well, I'm pretty sure this is another
I could've
correction.
sworn it
Like,
could be that
when
we both thought of
started
corrections.
it, when we started it, we started it
Just-
like we all knew what it was already. So we definitely came up with it off the thing. And I think you had an idea for it, and I had a separate idea for it, and we like sort of came up with an idea for it on the podcast that was kind of like
Yeah.
a mesh. But anyway,
Yeah.
the we were talking about cheesecake, whether or not it's a pie or a cake.
This is so long ago. What?
Yeah, this is ages ago. And I was just watching a baking show with April, my wife, who's a baker today, a bakist,
Uh-huh.
and she said it's technically a tart or something else,
Like a
but-
flan or something?
a tart or a custard. But if you had to include it as, if you had to pick one, either pie or cake, it's more like a pie. So me and RJ were right.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And that's all I had for that. Any other corrections, or shall we move on to Reckies?
I don't know if I watched the most recent. Did you upload the most recent episode?
No, I didn't.
Oh, well, that's why I don't have any corrections, don't
Yeah, I'm behind. Sorry. Now I have the upper hand, even though mine was
I?
super
Yeah, I
old.
can't fucking
I
review it.
don't
if you
remember what we were talking about last episode.
Neither do
but-
I. That's
No
why
one
I need to
does.
watch
Is
it
that-
again.
All I remember is me spilling soda on myself.
It was I did
Did you do the
Uh,
FU test, or is that the
no,
last?
that was
time
way
you did
back. I did the lyrics. The Kids Bop lyrics.
Kids Bop. Yeah, that was
Kids
fun.
Bop lyrics. Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of Kids Bop lyrics,
That's not really something we could. I don't know. Have
Yeah.
extra thoughts on,
yeah, not necessarily.
or
But
be
I
wrong
thought about more
about,
about your favorite parody songs.
or
Yeah.
like spread misinformation about. I don't
We
think.
We
Oh, I
spent a
can spread
lot of-
misinformation all day
yeah.
long, dude.
we spread a lot of misinformation. But anyway, speaking of song lyrics,
Kids Bop
my song
talk.
recommendation for this week
is
is
Kids Bop's version of.
Fall Back by Benito.
Benito?
Yeah, Beniton. Fall Back. Beniton. I'm probably mispronouncing that. It's like an islandy
Mhm.
song. Very fun. I don't have much to say about it. Just listen to it. It's a vibe.
Is there a Kids Bop cover that I can listen
No,
to?
it's pretty obscure, I'm guessing.
Damn. Well, they just haven't got to it yet.
Yeah. Who else has a thing? Yeah, his top
I got
his
Words.
in his top 5 there's a song with 52,000 listens and it's not in his top 5. So, I'm guessing it's obscure. It's not in his top 10 either. So, probably less than 50,000 listens on Spotify.
All right. I got words from
Japan.
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 Well, yeah, these ones are. Okay. School, student, teacher. You probably do know one of those.
Senpai.
Tell me what teacher. Tell me
I
what
think I've
teacher
heard-
is.
I
Senpai?
think I've heard that sensei is not
Sensei,
like
not senpai.
Sensei is the
it's not
title you
something
assign to someone.
actually- It's not
You don't
something
call
you'd actually
yourself
call your
sensei.
teacher.
You don't call yourself sensei, but it's like an honorific.
Yeah, but you wouldn't call like a regular teacher sensei. I think I've heard.
If
I
you were
could be
talking
wrong.
about if you're talking about the position, it's like if you're saying like the position of teacher, like someone who teaches something, it could also be kyoshi, like kyoshi.
Mhm.
I just said the word again. Like I just said kyoshi, like kyoshi. I don't know why I thought that would make it more clear. Anyway, so yeah, sensei, teacher. School is gakko, and then student is gakusei. So it's like the ending for sensei, but you throw half of the word for school in front of it.
What is senpai?
Senior, like senior.
Yeah.
Okay. I also know all of those words just as a bonus. I know all of them in Spanish too.
Oh, what are they?
Teacher
do it
is
up.
maestro or maestra if it's a female, and then estudiante is student, and then
Oh, I could have
escuela
got that one.
is school. So those are
I
pretty
love
easy.
Stella?
I love when Spanish just has like
Yeah,
a funky version of English for
Yeah.
the word.
yeah. Very similar languages.
Estudiante.
Yeah.
What do you think that means?
Student?
Be a student.
Yeah. What about escuela? School maybe?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I knew that one.
What
Oh.
about libreria? Library? No, idiot! It's bookstore.
Fucker. What about mayor? Is that mayor? No, it's older. Dumbass.
Damn,
All
you
right.
would have got me with that one.
Yeah. Okay, RJ. What is your fact or tip or book or
Whatever you
flower?
decide.
What flower do you recommend?
No, this is a
Flower
good tier list.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
give away.
Don't give away the
Even
S
though I
tier.
just did. Even though I just did.
Sunflowers. Sunflowers are really
RJ.
nice.
Basic.
Yeah, that's too basic. Also,
Hi,
the
Cat.
center is too big.
No.
You fat shaming a flower?
Yeah, it's too robust.
Oh no! How do we go 2 hours on this? God.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll cut out 20 minutes
Bigger
of us
is
not talking.
better, okay?
Alright.
But no, recommendation, I had Popeyes again recently, and I realized Popeyes fucking slaps.
Does it hold
It's
up?
the best fried chicken. It's so fucking good.
Nice.
Oh, I disagree, but let's not get to a debate about it.
Tier
Okay.
list. Even though we did this already.
Yeah, I would give it a B tier. Good, but not great. And to be fair,
As far as fried
KFC,
chicken
they're
goes, I would give it
yeah.
an S tier.
like KFC would get like an F tier. To be fair, and that's their
Yeah,
main
KFC
competitor.
is
So
horrible.
yeah,
I'm not
fuck
allowed to
KFC.
have an opinion on fast food because I don't eat it.
Yeah, you sucker.
Sorry.
Also, kind of a correction, not really. I did look it up. It would take about 60 hours to drive from Boston to LA without highways.
Interesting.
That sounds miserable.
That's following the speed limit.
Yeah, but like to be fair, again, if it's over like several weeks, then you only have to do like what 120 divided by.
And I'm
Like
away
5
from
hours-
then I'm away from home for several weeks.
Well,
And
you're
I'm driving for most of the. Oh, okay.
That's if you're starting.
No, we can't get into this. We can't get into this
That's
now.
if
We're
you're-
at 2
no,
hours.
That's if you're starting all the
Stop
way
it.
out
Stop
from
it. Pull the plug.
Boston.